Welcome to Saturday Night Vibe, the progressive news show that just don't give a damn. I am your host, Marlon Clyburn, along with Tracy Carson of Tracy Media and Theus Robinson, Complex Mind, Simple Man. We are back from hiatus today. Just a fair warning is that we're going to just keep it nice and smooth and gentle till Theus talks. But fair warning, come tomorrow. Mafia, we got a lot to unpack. We got a lot to catch up on. Some good, some just downright terrible. But that's tomorrow. That's not tonight. Tracy, how's everything going?
Oh, it's been a day. I had blocked a day out to do 2 podcasts. I closed my eyes, and it was 5:30, way past the time I slotted. So it's been that kind of day for me.
Wow. Theus?
We just want to say thanks to everybody out there for just being here today. on his glorious occasion.
Stevie Wonder? What is
Yeah, I
this?
was gonna say what is.
It's not Stevie Wonder because I don't want you to wonder why I'm
What is the
riding so high,
smoking,
What is he?
everybody?
doing
Let's
so
put-
well
What did
amongst
you
my
just?
friends and my family.
What are
What did
you?
you just eat?
What are you eat?
Oh, it's vitamins.
Vitamins,
Sweet
my
tarts.
butt. Vitamins. I think they call them edibles. Maybe that's what you
No,
had.
these are just regular old sweet tarts.
If you say so.
You
But I
say-
just had a nap and
Oh, there you go.
yeah.
Well, let's see who's already in the house already. I saw this earlier, and Susan, we are back, and it is 3 a.m. Denmark time.
Woo.
I truly appreciate you, Susan. I really do. I really do. Why Theus is saying howdy, I have no idea, but I'll say it back. Howdy to you too. Hello, Mickey.
Hi, Mickey.
How are you?
Hey, Mickey.
Anna is in the house.
Hey, Anna.
And again,
Susan.
Susan is back. 3 a.m. I'm watching the inside of my eyelids at 3 a.m.
You aren't the only one.
I don't even know if I'm dead yet. 3 in the morning. We gonna find out if I'm alive or if I'm dead when the alarm go off.
Don't have no more of them sweethearts.
I don't know. I don't think they're sweet tarts. I'm just gonna put my money right there and just keep it there.
Hiatus. You were gone? I didn't notice. Yes,
Wow.
you did. Yes, you did, Mickey.
Wow, Mickey, she throwing the shade right there.
She knew it. Well, anyway, let's go ahead and get some work out of the way. Real work out of the way. If you are new to my show, please do not forget to hit that like button. If you're not new to my show, please do not forget to hit that like button. I would truly appreciate it. Let's mess up that algorithm. Also, if this is the type of show that you like, or any shows like Tracy's or Thea's, please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. Excuse me. I would truly appreciate it. You can also support us on our Patreon page. It's Tracy Media LLC. You can also support Theus Robinson on Complex Mind on his Patreon page. Please support me on my Patreon page and look at their spelling, because apparently that's exactly how it's written. It won't take anything else. Also, I wanted to add something new to the mix. I wanted to add our very own Anna Hart has
Yes.
right up. And I am going to butcher this word. And y'all just gonna sit there and stay quiet. Try to
Well, I want to see what you were gonna do.
We're gonna see what you're gonna do. So
bet bar lactic.
All right, so I get Borlia, etc.com.
yeah, that's pretty much what I was going for.
Oh man, I'm pronouncing it etc.
That's what I've gotten because I don't know. So I was wondering if Anna would be so kind as to drop a comment, how we can phonetically break it apart. But I read up on the site; it is a really powerful and moving breakdown. It's something I honestly didn't know anything about Lyme disease or any of its related conditions and downstream effects. So definitely, y'all, go to that site.
Yes,
Go
please.
there after the show.
After the show. This website breaks down the end. Let's put it to you this way: everybody who has this notion of how it is to be handicapped, to live through a handicap, this website breaks it all down. And it's not breaking down the medical and everything. It does, but it gives you an inside look at the ins and outs, the days of working. You get to see her You get to see her family. You get to see the family dog. Okay.
Yeah, without being what you call about when you tell the thing about people before they see the thing.
Yeah.
Without being that, I just want to say one of the most beautiful things about Anna's publication and her work is humanizing and bringing awareness to people who are otherly able or differently able, and just realizing, like I said on one of my posts, I mean, we are surrounded by superheroes,
Pretty
and
much.
we have to understand that everybody carries their own different set of obstacles, and the magic is in how people work through them every day. So Boreliatic, no, Boreliatic.
Borrelia,
Borrelia.
etc.
But do we say etc. or do we say etch?
I think it would be etc. I'm thinking it would be etc.
All right, so Borrelia, etc.
etc.
Borrelia.
So I was like almost dead on. Just gonna say,
You sure was.
humble brag, humble brag.
That's my service dog. I was just messing with you, Anna. I know. And you would know too if you go to that site.
Yeah.
Also, something that we're going to work on is, and I'm going to do Thea's next week, we're going to start promoting more on the Patreon pages of the people that's on here, because it really does help us out in the long run. It really does. It's a lot of projects that we're into. So this week I am going to do work on Tracy, and to just give you a glimpse at some of the videos that you are missing because you're not on Tracy's Patreon. Just give you a glimpse into people that I work with.
Yeah. I don't like cereal. I've never liked cereal. Oh, no, correction. That's not fair. When I was really, really young and didn't know no better, I liked cinnamon. What was it called? Raisin Bran. Raisin
So
Bran.
you're saying I don't know any better, and I'm almost 50?
No, I'm saying I didn't know. We all have different levels of awareness and interests. If you like drinking cow discharge, that's what you like. Me, and here's my reason that no one I've ever met ever agrees with me here. I know it's a mental problem that I have, folks. It's a mental problem. I don't like my food to float.
So you must not like soup either.
No, I don't like soup because soup isn't a meal. You drink soup. You don't eat soup. Now, I might be able to do stew because it's got a lot of stuff in it, and the broth just happens to be there. But soup is mostly liquid. What was the point? Just drink some water. That's a smart guy. That's a smart guy. And folks, y'all should really see how she treated me behind that too. Oh, Tracy was so mean. You never heard Tracy use the language that she used when she was talking about me.
This man started the whole thing off with, I don't like my food to float.
This ain't about me. This ain't about me. This is about Tracy. This ain't about me. I'm the victim here.
This is, you know what? You would think it would get better the second time around. It actually feel like it got worse because I was paying attention now. The way you don't want your food to flow, the way you was breaking down stew.
This ain't about me.
But you were on the video and you said the words.
Woo!
This is about TRACY. TRACY. That's what we're talking about.
See, Marlon, this is your show, so I'm not going to say anything.
Drink soup. I just defrosted a container of bean soup, and it's a lot more solid and watery. And I also took a piece of cornbread, homemade bean soup and cornbread. Yum.
Yeah, that's pretty good though. Bean soup and that's pinto beans. What are you talking about? Just
Well, I
pinto
don't eat
beans.
pinto beans.
What?
So, hi, Susan. Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that would be wise.
They must be having some kind of
Yeah,
private
I'm gonna let y'all
conversation.
hold y'all conversation with each other. But anyway, so this is just a glimpse into the video that you can find on Tracy's Patreon. We'll have two more later on during the show. But without further ado, let's get this party started.
I was just reading the comments where Anna said, and I quote, "Yes, Theus, you were really, really close." You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
Oh, she uses 4 or 5 different. No, only like pinto or northern beans.
Yes, Diaz, you was really, really close. Thank you guys and gals. Y'all made me cry. Oh, come on now.
I did. I made you cry tears of love and joy. They were mean.
The man don't like his food to float. No, Tracy, I used 4 or 5 different types of beans. I made a huge pot and ate it all winter. Nah, I can't even do that myself. Anyway, this is either going to be a long show or a short show, depending on how everything goes. Because the topic of this show, to make sure that we don't go off into a tangent, is I actually feel like I'm pulling a Tracy. Best guy band.
Yeah, this is one of mine. I'm like, okay.
That's how I thought Tracy would do. Best guy group ever.
I did do a best boy band.
You did?
Yes, I did. I did a best boy band.
She had people in there like Pet Shop Boys.
No, I had Menudo. Thank you very much.
Best real boy band.
Menudo was real. Menudo was real.
Sound like a brand you get in Gap.
No, I'm not using modern day. Real.
Our Menudo men's collection.
Sure, they substituted out group members as they got older, but so did the Temptations.
But in Tracy's defense, so to speak, I know she doesn't need no defense from me. She was specifically talking about boy band. I mean, like, yeah, boy bands. Whereas I think you're talking about just male groups.
Yep.
Male groups. Male boy. Yeah, we're gonna move on. I think I mentally blocked out Menudo, but
I'm almost done with my vitamins.
Proud of you. Anyway, so here are the ones that we're going to do. And yes, I didn't use all of them.
I'm telling you, them are not. Those are not what he's saying.
I think that they ain't.
They're not. I'm like, go to sleep, Diaz. Go to sleep. Take
so these are the ones that we're going to use while Diaz
is still sober.
Have dreams of purple elephants.
What, Tracy? Really?
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm like.
So the groups that we're going to be talking about is New Edition.
Ooh, look at those outfits.
Yeah, well. Jodeci.
Oh, boy, why?
Ooh, yeah.
The Osmond family.
I don't even know who they are. There's a woman in the middle.
He said Osmond family.
He said it's a men's group. So you trying to say that?
Oh yeah, but you got to include
Marie
man? Because she was the group basically. Without her, it would just been.
So basically, it's like Gladys Knight and the Pips.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
You could.
Silk.
Like the men's group at your local church.
Yeah, pretty much. The Jackson 5.
Look at that shirt. I want that shirt.
In Sync.
Whatever.
Well,
All right, 4 young guys and their uncle in the end.
and New Kids on the Block.
John Travolta was in a music group.
Wow. Wow. Wow.
How
I
you
still
come up
can't.
with this list?
I'm out of this discussion because I haven't followed boy bands since the Jackson 5. Well, nope. They will
And,
love
and these
something
groups are completely
altogether.
wrong. He left out the Isley Brothers, the Commodores, the Four Tops. It's just missing stuff, man. LSG.
See, put your finger down, Biz. You're having people reach out and touch somebody else's hand.
Reach out and touch.
Why did you say that, Merlin?
I knew he was going to do that. Because I knew he was going to do it. That's why. So the categories is going to be albums because that was the point of I'm not going to put a boy group in, however you want to say it, that only had like 2 or 3 albums, and it's a more of a nostalgia group. So H-Town and people like that.
Wait. Didn't you have? I'm trying to remember. Did you say one of them was Silk?
Yes.
Yes.
So you would put Silk on the list, who literally was like a 1-album hit. I know they had 2 or 3 albums, but they had like a 1-album hit. But you didn't put Shy. They're very antithesis.
They aren't even good. Why do you?
Not good.
No.
Silk,
Shy? Confident?
Silk is the representative of that time.
No.
Silk, Shy, H-Town.
You might as well put Color Me Bad in the list.
No.
Oh, come on now. No.
Shy was better. I will comfort you. The very next time, she'll be my friend.
Nobody's gonna. Anybody that's serious about their music would put Shy in any type of conversation.
Let me lick you up and down. Did you say stop? Who's gonna say stop? Now, like it's a kid.
Now Mickey's talking. Mickey's up my street now. She up my street.
But you know what though? I can't.
It's my show.
No, I'm not gonna say that. No. Drifters, Platters, Four Tops. What is different between the ones that I'm talking about right now? They were not boy bands. They were
male groups.
It was male groups.
Donnie, you got the Osmonds up there, brother. You lost your whole audience.
They started off really young.
And they added Marie
but
later.
They still ain't a boy group thing.
Okay, it's the equivalent of saying
you are misgendering
out because it Jackson 5 out / Jackson's because at one time Janet was in it.
No, actually she wasn't. She was on the variety show and then she got Good Times. So technically she was never with the singing group. Technically.
True.
One of them was though.
That was LaToya. And
No,
how do I know this?
It wasn't LaToya.
No, it was LaToya. It wasn't the other one.
Reby.
Yeah, they let Reby be part of the Jackson 5, but she never became a part of the Jackson 5.
She became Jackson's. She became part
of. They don't count. You don't count the Jacksons.
Well, that's what I'm saying. That's why I'm not gonna count.
You gotta go.
You didn't even put Mint Condition on the list.
Oh, come on. Why are you throwing away stupid groups of the 90s?
What? Mint Condition is one of the best R&B groups of the 90s and the early 2000s. How you gonna say that?
Nope.
Tony?
They okay.
They okay. Okay. Never mind.
I'm an 80s
You're going to start listing your groups, and it's going to be these little weird groups that I ain't never heard of because they only play at certain areas of town. But I'm just saying. You don't be... you don't be disrespecting Mint Condition.
Y'all disrespecting Menudo. You started it. I'm going to finish it now. Menudo meant a lot to the Hispanic community.
Oh, okay.
To the Hispanic community.
Members of the Hispanic community, please raise up. Give Menudo some love.
Y'all remember when I started off saying that I think this is going to be a short show? What the hell was I thinking?
We don't know what you was thinking.
We can't even get to the albums.
Tracy was being mean.
So to help everybody out, no, I fully aware that I did not name every single solitary group.
Just didn't name the good ones. That's all I'm saying. Oh yeah.
The next time I'll put Mint Condition on the group as well as Menudo.
Yeah.
Thank you.
What's the song Menudo sang?
I don't know. They sung in Spanish.
All right then.
Told you they said. Look,
All right then.
I felt Spanish 5 times. I don't know what they were singing.
Well,
I just know they looked good while singing the songs. I was a teenage girl. I didn't know no better. That's all I'm saying.
But then that doesn't give the justification for them to elbow out someone as wonderful as the great Levert, Keith Sweat, and Johnny Gill, LSG.
He didn't even put.
Look.
Boys the Men, thank you.
Now that's the one that you meant. I was like, hey, wait a minute.
Me.
Now even I like.
You know what I'm saying? Come on.
I'm still saying.
What the heck was that?
That's all I can remember from how Ben came on. That's all I had, man.
I'm telling you what he has. I don't think.
What about little Jimmy?
Yeah, who the heck is Jimmy?
Oh, the Jackson. They don't count, Susan.
I think they had a cousin. No, that was Jim. Jimmy was the cousin, and he was in there like once or twice.
That's Mama Jackson being like, "Now you know that he look up to you. All he want to do is sing with you boys."
That's when they left Motown, and they were just no. You can't count the Jacksons. Thank you for not putting them on there. No.
Well, they are and they're not. See, to make it even, when we say, I had to do the Jacksons, the Jackson 5, the Jacksons, and their offspring.
Come on, nobody remembers anything about the Jacksons except Jackson 5, Michael Jackson. The other experiments were failed experiments, and nobody.
No, the Jacksons had albums, but sometimes Michael was on them, and sometimes he wasn't. And you could really tell when he wasn't on them because you was like, "Nah, that ain't it."
That's like them boy when R. Kelly left Public Announcement in the dust, and Public Announcement tried to put out some albums. Okay, you still didn't do good.
You know what? That's a good example because I forgot that he started off in a group. Wow.
Dang.
Honey Love. Baby, that's Honey Love. I dedicate this to my favorite girl, which I still hold was his mama.
I was gonna say something, but it's totally.
I have like several things, and I'm just
I'm just not gonna say any of them because it's not appropriate.
Just keep y'all minds out the gutter.
Keep him out the gutter. But we're gonna move on. And we're going to talk about albums and how I did this. And I'm telling it now because this is going to end with another 15.
What made you put the Osmonds on the list, bro? What?
It was a popular group.
They were popular. I mean,
it was a popular group. Whether you like it or not, they was a popular group.
It was a group you like?
Heck no.
Okay, I was just curious.
I don't even know two.
You had a lot of things to choose from. I think you were tossing somebody a bone. That's all I'm saying.
I think y'all put this on here for me, but I only know one Osmond song. Like one. Literally one.
Better than me.
Are you going to share the stats?
I'm going to share the stats when they allow me to talk, but they're not. So
he talking now.
Right. The only one talking.
I know, right?
Yo, no, I can hear you. It's a time unit. I can hear both of you. Anyway, so we're going to get to the albums. The thing is, you cannot be known as just be popular for an occasion, or you have one or two albums out for nostalgia or things like that. So also what I did to make it at very least even is not only did I name the albums of the group, but everybody that expanded to it. So it was the albums of New Edition and Bobby Brown and BVD.
And Boyz II Men.
But Boyz II Men was a derivative product.
Not an extension of
New Edition.
Yeah, they weren't. Never mind.
And Johnny Gill. So those things like that. So we're going to start off and then we're going to do the process of elimination from there.
I vote we cut the Osmonds.
You're going to be shocked on that one.
And then Jodeci.
Can I go now? Take no more of them vitamins. So we're going to start off at the least and go to the most. At the least, with 6, is Silk. At 9, NSYNC.
Number of albums is hardly an indicator of greatness. But
Yeah, but
okay.
NSYNC did have Justin Timberlake.
And then what were they without him?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
Out of sync, right? No, just saying. But
You certainly was. At 16, New Kids on the Block. Now here's where the argument's going to come in at. At 18, Jodeci. So that is Jodeci and Casey and JoJo. At 44 is New Edition. And at 45 is the Jackson 5.
But a lot of the Jackson 5, as big as a J5 fan I am, a lot of their stuff sounded just alike. I'm like, Barry, stop writing all them songs. Every song y'all had sound just like the other.
What about Jagged Edge? Jagged Edge should be on the list. Baby, I promise.
Could we just take these off of the discussion for bringing up bad groups of the 90s?
Talking about Jagged Edge, Shy, Silk, Jodeci.
Let's put Silk on here.
I'm just saying these are the groups that made my freshman and sophomore year so memorable. So, as
and that's why some of them did not make the list.
You know what I'm saying? You put that on a little replay, had you like a 12-disc player, because back then we had CD players.
Nostalgia as your reasoning for having these groups.
Nah. The Osmonds don't nobody know who they are. I mean, they know who they are, but they know that they're not a male group. Like, you pick the Osmonds over, what's that?
Pick them over anybody.
What's that group? All boys, they all related, they all look the same. The Barge. You check them over the Barge.
Now, I do have to wonder about that. But DeBarge had 2 female singers.
Did they really?
The 2 sisters?
Because there's Chico L and the 2. Yeah, okay, you're right. So no DeBarge. Okay.
But then you got to take out the Osmonds because they had Marie.
I agree. Might as well put Milli Vanilli in there.
You use songs to bring back great memories. We're not talking about songs. We're talking about the groups, and the songs happen to be part of.
In New Edition, how did they get past 1 album? I'm trying to be serious. Like what? I can't think of.
The reason why New Edition.
I'm asking what albums. Like, what are the names of the albums New Edition put out? I only know Candy Girl. Seriously, that's the only song I know.
This is how it because Marlon, he
I know he a super fan, so I was asking the super fan, hey, tell me what albums, because I
New Edition. The reason why New Edition was able to blow up the way it was is because the Jacksons was still a very fond memory that was in the social consciousness.
They achieved Jackson 5.
And then you put out New Edition, who sounded good. And they had like dance moves, and it made you feel like they were real kids that you could kind of watch grow up, right? The original boy band, right? As far as like the black community was looking at, coming out of the Jackson era. So then they took that, and then they had some great songs, and then boom, here you go. Great group. And then they broke up and still did great. So, yeah. But if I still don't know anything, never would have happened.
I still don't know any New Edition. I know Candy Girl and Is This the End song. That's it. 2 songs from New Edition.
Hey, what's that one where they came back when they were old and they one Still in Love or whatever?
Can You Stand the Rain?
Not that one. The one to talk about when you Still in Love song, the marriage song they put out. They were all
that
grown.
was Boyz II Men, I thought.
No, they have a couple, but there's one that was by New Edition.
And Bobby, with all that huffing and puffing, I can't with him. I'm like, dude, you can't dance like that no more.
There is absolutely nobody right now that's paying attention to Tracy when it comes to that Bobby Brown thing. That thing was a joke.
I'm Still in Love with You. That's the song, 1996.
And Johnny Gill,
That
I
was a
will
good-
say this
that was a
about
good
Johnny
song.
Gill. As much as I like Johnny Gill, sometimes he a little bit too extra for me. I'm like, dude, you ain't got to do all them runs. You ain't got to do all that. Like, stop.
That's that's how we do, man.
Like, you don't have to. You could just sing the song.
I'm actually not even going to argue with that one. No, I agree. You're not Luther, dude. You're
If
not.
you take away all the runs, Beyonce would never have had a career.
But we're talking about Johnny Gill, not overly overblown Beyonce.
I will never, ever, ever.
Now Susan is talking. Now she talking Tracy's game.
She might be talking Tracy's game, but I don't know nothing about the country music. Except that one song with the guy who did the song with Nelly.
Have me on your show to do your top 10 country songs. I guarantee you'll never have to worry about me talking over you. Because I can't.
It's top 5 because 10 is too many.
It definitely is. I agree.
5 is too many.
Yeah, I know black people did invent country music.
That don't mean nothing. It's kind of like we might have planted the tree, but somebody stole the orchard. And they've taken and they made it their own thing.
Country music keeps it real.
What? Real to what?
To the situations that are going on.
What
Just
situation?
like R&B. R&B
Exactly.
is basically country music for black people. Basically. They got the same chords.
Country music is the blues for white people, and R&B is like up-tempo blues for black people.
They're the same. R&B and country are almost identical. Almost. Except for the race of the people.
Change up the instruments and the soul. Yeah, it's about the same.
That's
Take
just
out everything
bad and racist. How we gonna be that way?
What did I say?
Take out the soul.
If you do take out the soul.
There's country musicians that have soul.
I'm sure there are a few. And there's some R&B singers who are very well at sharing their emotions. I don't know. I'm just saying different genres fit different people. And there are a lot of black people who like country music, and there are a lot of white people who like R&B music. So you're making this a race thing. Not me.
I said they were similar.
That has nothing to do. You inserted race. I just simply said how they were different. Boom. Oh.
Can I say one thing?
I guess this is your show.
On my show, I appreciate it.
I'm going to say something special.
I'm eliminating Silk from the list.
Of all the groups to eliminate, he got rid of Silk, not the Osmonds.
Who was he talking to?
We have just proven that he has a strange attachment to the Osmonds, and he just won't say it.
Silk
Marlon, just say it, man. Just say it, man. Say it with your chest. Say it with your chest. You're like the Osmonds. It's okay. It's okay.
But the thing about the Osmonds, I can't name it besides Donnie Marie. I'm like, who the rest of them? I knew all of the Audition. I knew all of Instinct. Of course, I knew all of Jackson 5. But the Osmonds, I was like, well, there's Donnie Marie and the other one.
But hey, it doesn't matter because it means something to Marlon. And Marlon means something to us. So, we have the Osmonds.
I will never do this subject ever again in my life.
Now you know how I felt Thursday when you two just kept carrying on and on and on and on.
Ever again. Should have stuck to politics. How about them Democrats? So, Silk on my list has been eliminated. We're going to move on to top 10 hits. This got really complicated because I couldn't, for the Jackson 5 and for the Osmond, it was really kind of hard to find their top 100 on here. Let me get some of these. There is a great all-black bluegrass.
Thank you, Susan, proving my
we can play in the weeds all we want. I'm with you. See, I wasn't making a racial argument.
What's up, D?
Hey, D.
What's up, man?
What year did they come out? 70s?
I I don't know. You know, Marlon's a historian for the Osmonds, so
No,
let's
they
find
had
out.
that barbershop quartet. Oh gosh, they had a barbershop quartet group first, then they added Marie. The fact that I know that is really sad.
Marlon, educate us on the Osmonds, please, my brother.
I
My
shall.
brother, right on, my brother.
We're gonna start with the top 10. We're gonna top 10 hits. And what I did was the number of number one songs, number of top 10 songs, and the number of top 100 songs. This kind of took me by surprise a little bit. The Osmonds, two number one songs, 3 top 10 songs, 6 top 100 songs. It's at 11.
Bro, I'm looking at their list of songs, and I don't know none of these, bro. I don't know none of these. You gonna play a few for it? Oh, I'm sorry, we're not allowed to do that. What happened?
I don't know. Marlon's just sitting here like we don't know what he's doing.
Like, we're trying to find out more about the Osmonds, and he just stopped talking to us.
Let's try to do something real quick here.
I know they had a talk show, but they had 11 hits. When?
You know, that's the beautiful thing about music because there's all. Remember, there used to be. I don't know what they do nowadays. They had all those different charts, so you could be number one in whatever random
Dance, disco.
chart they stuck you in. So,
Yeah, are we talking pop or R&B or both? Because that's like an apples to oranges group. I don't think NSYNC ever hit number one on the R&B chart.
because like basically, I think the most universal one is pop, right? Because that's popular music. Those are your crossover artists that were appealing to multiple, you know, groupings of music. I guess if that's the right way to put it.
Sorry about that. Had to take care of something real quick. On another thing. Sorry, what was we talking about?
We don't know this your show. Well, no, this your show.
Anyway, so the Osmond had a grand total of 11.
I'm still like, besides one bad apple, I'm like, what were the other ones?
Well, they got a song called "Love Me for a Reason."
But there is no reason.
Oh, there's "Let Me In."
Oh my God, Tracy.
Well, I guess if you drop an album every year, like it says here, I mean, literally drop an album every year.
No, Susan. We're almost at the hour, and we're still talking about groups that should not be in, songs they can't remember, people they can't remember. Why? So, no.
We're filling in because you're not telling us why.
Taking advantage of my abilities, but that's okay.
The
The Optimus came in at 11. Moving on to 14, which is Jodeci. Surprisingly, one number one song.
Yep, I know what
5 top 100 songs,
mm-hmm.
and 8 top 100 songs.
Was their number one Come and Talk to Me?
I didn't actually look up what their number one song was.
I'm asking.
No, I'm asking.
You saying he didn't look it up?
Yeah, I didn't look it up.
Oh, you just took it raw, whatever. Oh, come and talk to me. I really want to meet you, girl. I really want to know.
You know you could meet him, right? You really could just go click.
He took some vitamins earlier, and we're not particularly
we
sure.
We don't think they were
come
vitamins.
Talk to me. I really want to know your name.
I really want
so
you to stop.
Sexy. You really turn me on, blow my mind every time I.
Yeah.
I'm never gonna finish this show. I'm never gonna finish. Will you let me finish the show?
Your face, girl. Go ahead.
You know what? I'm pulling a Tracy. Sing away. So Josie came in with 14. Next in line, New Edition with one number one song, three top 10 songs, and 11 top 100 songs. They're coming in at 14. See, I only know Casey and JoJo. Never knew about Josie until a couple of these. Yeah. Kind of. It's kind of and D. I'm not even gonna say anything about what you said because I remember when Johnny Gill actually joined New Edition, and there was a few people who actually didn't even know that Johnny Gill had a career before joining New Edition. Like he had albums out and everything, and it was like, oh, this is a new kid that they picked up. It's like, no, he's been around. He's been around for a while now. So yeah, it's not surprising that when you grew up with Casey and JoJo, you would just like what Thea's just said about Art Kelly. I forgot he came from a group first. I just remembered Art Kelly. Well, moving on, we're going to the top two. This is rather shocking, honestly. Kinda. With 3 number one songs, 9 top 10 songs, and 13 top 100 songs, which is a total at 20 New Kids on the Block.
What? Then that only leaves.
Yeah. This is the big one. At 22 number one songs, 44 top 10 songs, and 10, and I had to give them the 10 because I couldn't find the real number. I just thought it would just be a nice round number to give them. That comes in at 76, the Jackson 5.
Well, that proves they're the GOAT. They're the greatest. At least, well.
So my final way of pointing out, so actually let me go ahead and so Theas can leave me alone. The Osmonds have been eliminated. And Jodeci
And Silk.
Silk was eliminated in the last one.
Oh, yeah.
And New Edition is off the group.
So he's bracketizing them. Okay.
So that leaves the Jackson 5 and New Kids on the Block.
I think we know who the clear winner is.
His is high, but I don't think it got anything to do with nobody.
Yeah. Thank you, Susan. Because I'm sitting there like,
I just think this just never ever needs to take another.
Don't take no more naps.
No more naps before a show because it doesn't work out well.
Oh, it don't. Take them early.
Yeah. So my final category, so to speak, and so we can move on, was longevity, which is why I was trying to stop y'all from talking the whole time because that was the final category. The longevity. What do you remember from these groups? Did they help other groups be established because they saw this group? Temptations played up for a lot of other groups to get together. Four Tops, so on and so forth. So we're now to New Kids on the Block and the Jackson 5. My final verdict is Jackson 5. Because when the first time you ever think of a legitimate family boy band, especially when you're saying a black boy band, who has not heard of the Jackson 5? Not too many people. You may heard of New Kids on the Block. You may heard of Silk, but let's be honest, do they not kind of run together after a certain amount of time? Like you hear a song and you're really not sure which one of those groups sung it. Like, no, that was New Kids on the Block. No, that was Silk. So
I
those,
will never in my life get New Kids on the Block and Silk confused. But okay, thank you.
I know I said in sync. Sorry, no, sorry, in sync. You kind of get the two groups confused. You're never gonna confuse a Jackson 5 song. You're pretty much. I mean, the worst thing you could do. I see the thing is the worst thing you could do is forget that Jackson 5 sung that song. But once you hear Michael's high pitched kid tones, you know it's a Jackson 5. So apparently, just to make sure that everybody is happy at the end, this is my first annual group contest. Because apparently I left a whole bunch of people off.
Yeah, Menudo.
Yeah, Menudo.
Give Menudo the respect they deserve.
Oh, we are.
I have to agree with Marlon on that. Even this old fart like the Jackson 5 and still remember the words to a lot of this. Yeah. And the funny thing about the Jackson 5 in certain groups don't really matter the age. I mean, you just kind of, there are certain groups that just, Jackson 5, Temptations. I will say Four Tops and all of them, but I'm just, at one time or another, you're going to come across a Jackson 5 song. At one time or another, you're going to come across a Temptation song. One time or another, you're going to come across a Michael Jackson song, a Prince song, a Elvis Presley song, a Beatles song. Somewhere along the lines of your lifeline before you leave this earth, you're going to come across these people. These songs, not these people.
Oh, wait a minute. So the Beatles didn't even make the list.
That's why I say this is the first annual.
I was going to say, wait a minute. So I kept saying somebody's missing. Somebody's missing.
Wow.
Who is it? Till you said the Beatles, I'm like, that's it right there. Yeah, you got to give it to the Jacksons.
I wasn't even a Beatles fan, but wow.
Even I know the impact that the Beatles made. I mean, that's just obvious. But since they weren't in this countdown, you got to... New Edition.
Jackson 5 was like the clear favorite coming in.
Yeah, I'm like, who's going to beat them? New Edition, they were fake sounding. Candy Girl was just like, oh, I can hear Jackson 5 in that song. And then I still don't know. That's the only New Edition song I know. Surprisingly, I know songs by Bobby Brown, but not New Edition, which is kind of odd.
She's trying to upset me, and it's not.
I'm not trying to upset you, but New Edition is a cheap Jackson 5. There were 5 of them. They were all from Boston or something.
How can you be a cheap Jackson 5 when there's like decades between the two groups?
They were trying to be the Jackson 5.
They were literally created to remind us and build off of the fond memories of the Jackson 5. That's what
exactly.
They were made to do. And they did an amazing job of it.
I mean, we're not saying but they were never the Jackson 5. They were ever never.
Job that you know that they only existed because of the Jackson 5, but they on their own redefined an entire era of music. So I certainly am not saying.
Oh, Mr. Telephone Man. Yeah, that Candy Girl and Mr. Telephone Man. Yep.
Telephone Man wasn't the album, was it? It was just the.
It was a song, but I was like, I can remember. I said I can remember 2 New Edition songs. I just did. Yep, had it. Had to think about them.
If it isn't love.
Let's not leave out Smokey Robinson in the
middle. Let's leave him out because without what were the miracles? I can't even name the other miracles. I'm like, well, there was Smokey Robinson and them other guys.
If we're just gonna say greatest male bands, R&B, aka I don't know, black music, because I don't know if they fell into R&B or whatever. But for me, it's the Commodores because not only did they dominate, when they were together, But when Lionel Richie went solo, dude blew up.
Dude blew up on the country charts, the pop charts, but then somehow forgot left R&B. He was like, "Well, see you later."
Lionel Richie was on all of it. That's how
if
bad this dude was.
we're going to be into that category and that timeline and that frame of music,
See, I know what
Lionel
happened
Richie
you.
was a bad man. That's a bad man.
And Fire.
Huh?
Earth,
What?
Wind, and Fire.
But Earth, Wind, and Fire and Frankie Beverly and Maze are epic within our community. What I was talking about and what Tracy just illustrated so well was the Commodores was our music, and then Lionel Richie was everyone's music. Like he was the babyface before babyface. Like this dude. Oh wow!
You know what you could do, Marlon, as a big topic, but we all New Mission, love Kenny Rogers and First Edition copycats. Yep.
Never heard of First Edition.
No one have no idea who that is.
Never heard.
You don't know who Kenny Rogers is?
I know who Kenny Rogers is.
Who Kenny Rogers is?
I'm talking about First Edition. I don't know who they are.
Oh, now okay, never heard of him.
Well, go ahead, Tracy.
I was gonna say
I'm never ever doing this subject ever again.
You can do
It's the first annual.
I just changed my mind. Go ahead.
Yeah, you did say first annual, but you could do biggest artist to go solo. Like
That's easy, but go ahead.
No, it's not because you got.
That's
No.
Mike.
Can't beat Mike.
That's
Can't
Mike.
beat
There is
Michael.
nobody.
No,
that's
you
gonna beat
got.
Mike.
You could. You could throw some honorable mentions in there. You could say Beyonce. You could say
Let's
Diana
throw some honorable
Ross.
mentions, but
You can
nobody
say-
beat
It's gonna be
Michael.
honorable mention, but Michael Jackson. That's hands down.
I'm trying to give him topics, and he just shooting them down.
No, that would be the shortest show on this show.
You said you wanted to keep the shows brief. That would keep it brief.
You literally had Michael Jackson, and everybody's gonna be an honorable mention because Michael Jackson is it. Now, if you want to say, let's look.
But the Beehive would argue Beyonce. The Beehive would really argue Beyonce. I'm not a part of the Beehive, but they would really argue.
I think we really can't take away the amazing career and impact Beyonce managed to have, but she was basically the follow-up act to Janet Jackson. So it's like all these amazing artists owe the fact that they even got their chance from somebody who came up in an era where the money wasn't the same. And they still had to make it pop. But either way, that's not to take away from her because she's dominating. And now, I don't know what she does now. I guess she puts out music when she feels like it.
Here's the deal I feel about Beyonce. Then we're gonna go and take a break. I'm not taking away anything. Her musical skills, her dancing. I heard her concerts are fabulous and everything. I just don't get the whole glory and pop of her though. Like I can see her being great, but
Excellent marketing.
it had to be.
It has to be. Because I'm like,
Because
Kelly Rowland
I grew up
actually had the better voice than she does. I'm like, but her voice, Kelly Rowland. The
Oh,
other
yeah,
one
I love
in Destiny's
Kelly.
Child.
Oh, I
I'm like,
love
her
Kelly.
voice is way better than Beyonce's.
Because I grew up in the era of Madonna and Cyndi Lauper and Michael Jackson and Prince and all those.
Yeah, the real
people
music.
Who
Wait,
I
wait,
could
wait.
see why their concerts and how big they were. Then Beyonce is like, I get it.
Madonna is not known for her singing talents. Can she sing? I've heard her sing a couple times and it was great. But overall, listen to her music. It was not about that. It was about the overall package. And that's what Janet Jackson did because Janet Jackson could only hold a note until as long as you didn't listen too long. But she was an amazing performer. Nobody could put on a better show than her. Janet ran that. Beyonce is the same way. She put on an amazing show. And
But Beyonce can sing better than Janet. Janet can't sing at all. Look, she can't sing at all. I'm like, girl,
I
stop.
don't know about that one. They're both like studio singers to me. Like you put them in the booth, they can sound great, but
Yeah, now Susan, you got one right there because you can't beat Prince. Oh boy, that's gonna be hard to
but
beat
head to
Prince.
head, he ain't beating Mike.
Well, who's gonna beat?
He always was second place to Mike. And I loved Prince way more than Mike. Like I can listen to Prince music all day. Michael, I'm gonna get annoyed with his music, but there's no knocking the fact that Michael was Michael.
And Off the Wall was better than Thriller.
Oh yeah, clearly better, all the way
But they
better.
were both amazing albums.
Thriller was okay. If it wasn't for Motown 25, Thriller wouldn't have sold the way it did. Because Motown 25 literally changed everything about that album. I'm like, it's okay, but it's not better than Off the Wall. And Off the Wall isn't better than Dangerous, and Dangerous isn't better than Bad. Dangerous album, I said
Off the Wall was his best album.
No,
of
I would
that
still
time
say
frame.
Of that time frame, but overall,
Moonwalker was his best song. Is that what you're gonna say now?
No, I said overall
He was always solo Bill, wasn't he? Yes.
Yeah, Prince was always solo.
He would have Prince but it was.
But he had like a couple groups tied to him.
Yeah, it was always Prince.
They were truly his backups for any given.
Yeah, they were the background singers.
Kind of like Kirk Franklin and the Family. You know what I'm saying? Like
Prince and Revelations, Prince and the
Revolution.
Yes, the Revolution. And then who did the Diamonds and Pearls? Was that the Revolution people?
What was it?
You know that song he did, Diamonds and Pearls? That was a whoa song. Like, whoa. Beautiful song. But was that part of Revolution?
It was, I want to say it was after.
All I know was Purple Rain and Little Red Corvette. That's pretty much, I mean.
Okay, Tracy, there's like 50,000 Prince songs.
I know, I don't want to start naming them all, but I'm like, those are my two favorite.
Oh.
Purple Rain, the entire album.
And it was a really good movie too.
That movie was terrible.
That was not a good movie, bro.
That movie was terrible. I mean, the songs of the movie were good, but Prince's acting? Oh, no. Rest in peace. But dude could not, nah. That's a topic you could have. Worst, best singer turned worst actor. That would be hilarious. Because we could talk about when a singer, you know, they was like when Beyonce be trying to act and then you know
she's terrible.
She is.
She don't do that. She can't even act on a cartoon. Okay? No.
Terrible.
Well, this is our first hour. So smoothly. It was just beautiful. Top 10 shows forever. Number one, never doing this topic ever again. As a
he said first annual name, he's not doing it.
Change my mind. Dude, nope, not again. So we're gonna take a 3-minute break right here for everybody to refresh, rewind, reboot, and everything else. And we'll be back on the other side with Foxy's videos of the week. So stay tuned.
Wishing I could take a break from this world. Running on a hamster wheel, but searching for something I can't feel. I just wanna be a lost girl and fly. Take a breath, feel my wings spread, levitate above the ground and make eye contact with clouds. Now I'm rising. I'm soaring above it all. I just wanna be free. Finally, I wanna be free.
are back. Hope everybody enjoyed their little 3-minute break, refresh everything they need to do. But while we're here, please again do not forget to hit that like button. I truly, truly appreciate it. Please do not forget to hit that subscribe button. It would really help out this channel. Especially, don't forget to hit that like button. We're making good numbers on it, but we seem to be making good numbers off of people who happen to be here and they push it. So the number of people watching and the number of people that's hitting the like button is not matching, like almost at half at sometimes. So let's work on that. Let me see what everybody's saying. If you need a good laugh, check out Board Teacher Channel. Just discovered a few weeks ago, and anytime I need to pick me up, I'll watch it. Okay. Board Teachers. All right. Write that down. Even though, quite honestly, I got so many channels on my YouTube. I think I need to clean that out one day. Some stuff on there I haven't even watched in years.
That's cool. Let somebody have some good positive clicks.
They're not even getting the clicks. I'm not even
They're getting the subscriber count.
Yeah, I'll leave the subscription on there. I think the only ones that I really did drop off is the ones that I subscribed to. I forgot I subscribed to it. I went back, and the year I subscribed to them was the year that they did that last video. So like, okay, I'm out of here. You're not doing it. You don't deserve my subscription. So we're gonna. You don't. Let me ask you something, Tracy.
I didn't say anything. I said literally nothing.
Do we not work hard for these shows?
We do work hard.
Putting out content week after week when we're tired, when we're frustrated, when we're irritated, and all things in between. Do we not put out not only videos, but videos with very good, if not great content? Do we not do that every week?
Yes, the two of you do.
There must be a reason I'm getting this question, so I'm going to say yes.
Tracy, it's because at one point you said and now he's trying to mess with you.
So I am not going to subscribe to your channel if you're putting out a video whenever you was bored and remembered that you had a YouTube channel.
All right, folks. So I need you all to get some friends to come and like and subscribe to my channel to replace the one that Marlon is about to replace.
Yeah, me too.
Could you please do that for me, please?
I'm at 68
please,
now,
please.
So he would have made 70, but now I'm back down to 69. So
I got like maybe 62, 63, and if he leaves, man, it's really gonna hurt. Please send help. Send help, because he's about to unsubscribe from me because I don't drop videos that regular. Not regular enough for my brother Marlon.
Don't you ever take another nap before my show ever again. I want you, as a matter of fact, I would like for you to stay up 24 hours before the show.
That we don't want to see. Oh, no. Get your 8 hours of sleep and don't take no naps. And eat carrots. Because that apparently helps you stay awake. I don't know. I've heard people say that before.
Foxy's videos of the week. So the first video is going to be on what I titled Say What. It is basically, now that we're coming out of the pandemic and now we're going back to relatively a normal life, we cannot forget how we was continuing on with business. And that was through Zoom, whatever. Your internet platform that you was using for your meetings. And somewhere along the lines, we just we just started talking gibberish, but it was the sort of gibberish where you've been doing business for so long it actually made sense. And now that we're coming out of the pandemic, it's going back to being gibberish. So here's an example of exactly what I'm talking about.
Oh, can you hear me? Sorry, I was double muted. I just wanted to hop on and touch base and close the loop here. As a quick level set, and I want to put this on everyone's radar, you may want to keep it in your back pocket. I'm going to piggyback off the first point and double click on that idea. We really need to consider the art of the possible because we're in a unique position to launch this thing at scale, but we may need to win ugly first. So I want to make sure that we're gathering all that low-hanging fruit and striking while the iron's hot, but we can't have too many irons in the fire because we just don't have the bandwidth. People are burning the candle at both ends, so we need to make sure that the juice is worth the squeeze. We're getting close to the top of the hour, and I've got a hard stop at 3, so if you have any questions about this, feel free to circle back with me, and I'll give you all 5 minutes back to your day.
Yeah, I've had that meeting plenty of times.
I know. I was going to
And
say,
if I ever hear bandwidth again in a meeting, I'm like, come on, y'all.
That was a great example of word salad that I've ever heard. I'm like, what did she say? She literally took a bunch of business cliches and put them all together.
There you go.
I'm like,
and there it is. It was a bunch of cliches back to back.
To back.
No, what blows my mind is like in my case, I'm in meetings at minimum twice a day, sometimes as many as 4 per day, in addition to the work that I actually am supposed to do, right? Why are most of my meetings still digital? Like, why are these businesses bringing everyone back to the office to still be on Zoom?
Yeah, you can keep you at home.
Got offices everywhere else?
Huh?
You got more than one office?
No, we do, but most of our meetings are not always involving our other states.
The greatest meeting.
But I do talk to suppliers and vendors, so that's the other part. So that makes sense.
The greatest meeting that you can ever have is over the phone. It is.
I go straight to sleep if you give me on just a straight phone.
Nope,
Well,
I can always mute you and go do something else. I have done that several times. Because I know with the meeting is going to be something that you could have sent to me in an email. I guarantee it. That's how it always ends. Everything that you're saying right now could have been put in the email. So while you're talking, I'm going to actually be working.
Yeah, and then somebody always has a question, and then they go back to the word salad. I'm like, stop. They just answered that. Stop.
Yeah, we kind of got around that now by saying I have a question. I'll talk to you when we get offline.
Yeah, what I can't stand are the people who are in the meeting, and looking back, I used to be this person, but they be in the meeting, and if you've never led a meeting, maybe you don't know, but don't be in the meeting and ask a question that is so detailed that that wasn't in the meeting prep. Don't be that person. No antichrist anarchists.
She was talking about this. Bunch of Caribbean.
Okay. I was like, huh? What?
Oh,
okay.
okay.
Yeah, you got it. Now I'm understanding.
I don't think I've ever heard so many words used to convey a message.
Said nothing. Nothing. She was saying literally nothing.
I hope that was a parody.
Yeah,
of real life, though.
Yeah.
Yep, but we've all experienced meetings like that. It's like what are you talking about?
This is about. I'm so confused.
Stop taking vitamins. Whatever that was you was taking.
No, don't. From this point on, don't ever take a nap before my show. Just don't.
No, the send help was about Marlon saying he was going to unsubscribe from the channel.
Did I say I was going to unsubscribe?
Yeah, you did.
No, I did not say I was going to unsubscribe. No, because it's a lot more fun just to pick on you that you don't do videos but like once a month. You're doing better because it used to be once every 6 months. So you're doing better.
Trying to step it up a little bit.
You're calming yourself. That was I'm going to take you behind the scenes of why Theus didn't do a lot of videos, because he was pissed off a lot, and it took him to be calm.
I don't believe that.
I was just lazy. Yeah.
Giving you an out, but okay.
And also the other part is because I love you guys so much, and that's legit, straight up true. But it's like y'all have like certain time slots, and so I'm never sure what time slot to use because we're all busy, and then there's other people beyond us that we work with as well. So it's just that whole thing. But now I have Patreon, so I can do stuff there too, which it's cool.
I'm sorry, did you say Patreon?
Oh boy.
Did you say Patreon?
But for the Patreon family, there will be a new video coming next week, just so we can bring you up to speed on what we've accomplished so far. So,
and do not forget Anna's website.
Yes, please don't.
And Anna's gonna be online soon. Anna's gonna have her own show. I will be watching every episode because Anna's a very fascinating person, and I like to learn. So we're going to move on to the next video. So I haven't picked on this dude in a long time. I'll just be honest with you. But once in a while, you kind of just like to throw in a Trump video. For all the people who just say he's so smart, he went to college, he's so smart. And I always say, no, he went to college, he just didn't go to the classes. Everybody keeps pushing back on. No, he's an example.
Talking about Herschel Walker.
Herschel
Walker went to college.
Is in a.
He just played football very well.
But he went to college.
He played football very well.
At the college.
At the college.
Yeah, I was gonna say at the college.
At the college.
I bet his books were like in the best condition ever.
Ever. You know the books where you open it and it still crackles and you get that smell and everything.
That new smell.
Yeah, we ought to nickname those the Herschels.
The Herschel Walkers.
Yeah.
Walker books. Never been used. Anyway, but we'll talk about the. Oh, wait a minute.
Classic example being passed through.
I'm on my show. I'm on my show. I'm not on Tracy's show. So that means excuse me.
Sang baby.
So let's bring on these idiots once again. So we're gonna start off with the number one idiot of them all, Trump.
That's the best you had.
I've been holding on to the I word all week long.
Thank you, Tracy, for making us better people.
Thank you, Tracy.
Hello, and welcome once again to Inspirational Quotes by Great Republican Leaders. Today's quote comes from the current leader of the Republican Party, Donald J. Trump, who said, "Well, what I would do is we have tremendous military capability and what we can do with planes. To be honest with you, without 44-year-old jets, what we can do is momentous. And we should be doing it, and we should be helping them to survive, and they're doing an amazing job."
You could legit make an entire channel where all you do is read Trump statements, because if you've ever read any of them, they're just like that. And it's truly amazing how he can convey so much without saying anything coherent. It all sounds like that. All of it. Except for when he's reading a prepared speech, and then you can tell when he goes off.
It is spooky. that people is following this dude.
Because they're idiots too.
I'm just so dumbfounded by just
He's a symbol. He's a figurehead. He is
He's
the
being
man
used and
of
doesn't even know it.
power. He's a man of power who gives permission.
his
to
last
be agreed.
video was gold. It really was. He put his heart and soul into that one.
Which one are you talking about? Man Law?
Man law.
Oh.
Probably because I wasn't on it.
Well, you didn't want to talk to us.
No, I was
think you were busy.
busy. Can't remember what I was doing. I was busy. Otherwise, I would have been on Thea's video. I would always support Thea's and Tracy. When Daddy can buy you a college entry, he can also buy you a graduation.
Yep.
Yeah, you kind of wonder how every time a snotty-nosed brat graduates from college, they always seem to have a new building. Sorry, Tracy had no influence on me. That raging asshole Trump is stupid in every.
I tried, but I'd be sitting here really trying, but she's sorry, not sorry.
Tracy had an influence on me and Thea's. I'm saying that now before I show you the rest of her last two shows, but for now, Tracy had a very good influence. You notice I don't cuss as much, though. I really don't. I don't cuss as much.
All right, hey, here's a Trump statement.
Oh, Jesus.
Many people are asking, so I'll give it to you now. It's 100% true. While playing with the legendary golfer Ernie Els, winner of 4 majors and approximately 472 other tournaments throughout the world, Gene Sowers, winner of the senior U.S. Open, Ken Duke, and Mike Goods, both excellent hour players, I made a hole-in-one.
I think the gist of that is that he made a hole-in-one, I think, but unfortunately,
we don't know.
But
the man is amazing at branding because he followed with, it took place at Trump International Golf Club in West Palm Beach, Florida, on the 7th hole. So he's like advertising every time.
This guy, the video shows. I saw the video. The video shows him and a group of guys walking to the hole, him pointing at the hole, him pulling the ball out the hole, and these idiots clapping. So did he make a hole?
Wait a minute, backtrack, Marlon. Backtrack. He walked? You mean he moved all of that mass and walked?
Nah, I didn't say he walked far. Pretty sure he drove like 10 feet away from
10 inches.
This is just amazing to me. So, like, the last part of the first thing I just said, he described it as 181 yards into a slight wind. Okay? But he then followed it with, I hit a 5-iron which sailed magnificently into a rather strong wind with approximately 5 feet of cut, whereupon it bounced twice and then went clanking to the hole. These great tour players noticed it before I did. So how you know it bounced twice, buddy? Because their eyes are slightly better.
They got vision that well?
But on that one hole only, their swings weren't.
I learned that Puerto Rico.
I learned a lot from Trump. I learned that Puerto Rico is an island surrounded by water, big water,
and water's wet.
It's a country.
Hurricanes are wet.
Sarah Palin, I thought, was the one that said Africa was a country.
No, Sarah Palin was the one that said, I can see Russia from my country.
I know
she said about her foreign relations experiences that you can see Russia from where she lives. What? Well, what books do you read? I mean, what articles and newspapers do you read? Oh, I read all of them.
But which ones? All of them? Well, Tina Fey made some good money.
She might be a senator coming out of
Yep, Alaska.
Yep. Y'all vote these idiots in. Y'all really do. They're the most unintelligent speaking individuals I've ever heard in my life. And these people could be running the country.
People want to feel like people just like them are running the country.
Do you want you running the country?
Hmm?
Do you, not you, Thea, not you, Tracy, these people that think this, do you really want to be running the country?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
they
can
think they
answer that
can.
question.
They
They'll
believe
say
it's-
yes because
'cause
they're
they-
moral, they're good people,
Yep.
they're honest, they work hard.
And they
Yes,
trust their gut.
they'll say yes in a heartbeat. In a heartbeat.
Gut knowledge is so much more than acquired knowledge, because you know these people who read books and stuff, they're just doing what somebody else told them. But no, I get my messages direct. I'm going straight from the gut, and it's just me, God, and my assault rifle, and we'll make sure everything works out just fine for everybody that looks like me and doesn't disagree with anything that I believe in.
They better believe everything I believe. Unless you're a woman, which you have no autonomy over your own body. But hey, let's just throw that out the window.
But there's a lot of women who are backing that play. It's just so amazing.
Yep.
So amazing.
63% of Trump supporters
You
are
really
white
know
females.
this conversation was going to go down to
All the fruits of the spirit, but let's not do any of those fruits for anybody. Anybody.
You know the conversation is going to go down in the toilet when they start the conversation off with describing smart people is books and stuff.
You know, when
They're
I
even
think,
burning books.
I just don't want to talk to
you know, there are
anymore.
some people, they're so smart, they bore me, but bring those people back. Yes, hurricane. No, I thought Trump wanted the nuclear weapons bomb. He wanted to bomb the hurricanes with nuclear weapons.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And then he said that the planes were invisible, and I'm like, no, that just
Oh, the
means
stealth fighters.
yes, the stealth. I'm like, no, that just means
they
they
can still
can't
see
be
'em.
detected. They
Yeah,
don't
they-
mean it. This ain't Wonder Woman's plane.
I think my favorite one was the Bible. I really do.
The upside down one.
No, when so do you read the
Oh, 2
Bible?
Corinthians?
Yeah, I read the Bible. I read what's your favorite passage? Well, I don't want to tell you because they're all important to me, and I think that's a
He
personal
couldn't
thing.
have went to the old standby John 3:16. I mean, even the most astonished atheist knows what that is.
No. I think the Bible is really important. I think that's a personal thing. So I really don't want to tell you a book in the Bible that I haven't opened not one
He also said
freaking
he
time.
doesn't pray
ever.
because it asks for forgiveness. So it's great.
He said he never had to ask for forgiveness, or he's
Right.
never asked for forgiveness.
Oh, I'm pretty sure he hasn't. That's
you know,
totally
hey.
true.
It's okay because the Christian majority in this country have rallied around him. So that's an interesting thing.
The man who's broken nearly every
Yeah,
commandment.
but to
in
be
the Bible.
fair, according to the faith, a broken vessel can still be used to accomplish great things. So they're hiding behind that little thing,
forgetting
to
everything
justify,
else.
yeah, for everything else. Well, David wasn't perfect. This dude ain't David. Okay. But whatever.
Broken vessel.
Yeah, punish people for being
Y'all literally are putting your hopes behind a broken vessel. He's not a broken vessel. A broken vessel is somebody who is not perfect.
Well, he's not perfect.
He's not a broken vessel. Those are
He
splinters.
said he has no imperfections that he can think of. So actually, he has literally said he's perfect.
Well, that's his flaw. He has a vanity issue.
And
Not according.
But he's a man of
and
God.
that's what makes him a broken vessel.
Right. There's a way to spin anything.
Yeah, him and that
if
other
you get into
guy. I
conversations
mean,
with these people, they will turn backflips trying to re-justify things.
he could have went with Genesis 1:1 in the beginning, right there at the very beginning. But nope, he not gonna tell you because that's personal.
I grew up very much a deep believer. You already know I have my deep belief system, which mirrors a lot of the Christian faith, but it's not identical. But never in my life have I been able to actually quote chapter and verse. Like, I never thought it was important. I just was, to me, it was more important to understand the messaging.
What's your favorite? What is your favorite?
But if you ask me what's my favorite, I'm not sure, because I know there's like Psalms 91 verse 1, Psalms 911, right? But I have no idea what the words are. I just know that that's a powerful verse for me. And
right,
John
but
3:16 is like, whatever.
That's the standby. When somebody's asking you on an interview,
right?
That's the one that you can always go to. It's at football games. It's on bumper stickers. It's on T-shirts. John 3:16. You don't have to be genius.
What's the verse that you always used as a kid?
Jesus wept.
We're moving on. I don't believe his vanity with it. He knows how dumb he is, how insufficient he is. That's why he brags so much. He's trying to convince himself. But no, Mickey, he actually believes everything.
No, he thinks he is great. He thinks he is perfection. He thinks he's attractive. That's the
and he also doesn't think that intelligence is what makes you great.
Yep.
Power.
And this is how
that's how he plays.
This is how vain this guy is. Anybody, for that matter, that you will go out of your way to make sure that you surround yourself with people who pretty much will kiss your butt to the ends of the earth.
But he surrounds himself with really smart people who are broken inside, and he manipulates them, and he blackmails them.
And he tells people to go hang them, just like he did Mike Pence. I mean, if anybody needs to know what Trump really is, look how he treated Mike Pence.
Hey, who cares? He's going to be president again.
Probably.
Odds are he won't be. I don't even think he's going to run. I think he's going to find an excuse not to.
I don't think he's going to run.
His ego will not let him.
If DeSantis runs, he's going to be the next president, and he's way worse than Trump because he's intelligent, he's patient, and he knows how to play the game. That's the real threat.
So we're going to move on to this.
But that's okay. Biden didn't give us everything, so.
We're going to move on to this. Well, I'm about to say this depressing stuff, but then I got to play one more idiot. But it's an idiot we don't know anything about, so that's that.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Dog. Dog. Cat. Bat. Rat. Ape. Fly. Bee. Pig. Hog. Hen. Eel. Ant.
Frog.
Unbelievable.
Something found in a refrigerator.
Milk.
Milk. A brand of gasoline.
Shell. Mobile.
Regular.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Something that comes with a summer storm.
Rain.
Snow.
Sounds right. All right, we're not out of the woods yet. Let's see what your brother can do.
I got good news and bad news.
It's all bad news.
Give me the bad news first.
The bad news is your brother thinks it snows in the summer and is pretty dicey on 3-letter words.
Oh.
Bring him back. Here we go.
Name an animal with 3 letters in its name.
Dog, cat, just say something normal.
Alligator.
What?
Because I'm a smart aleck, I'm going to have to say both of the brothers were right with the animal, because technically all of them did have 3 letters.
3 letters in them. Yep, they did.
But we're doing popular things on the chart, so that's good. But still, that's not what made it stupid. Snow in the summer, though?
Name a type of gas. He said name a gas station.
You know
he said regular.
Was he wrong?
He said a brand of gas.
Gas.
A brand of gas. Regular is not a brand, it's a grade.
Yeah, it's a grade. Like Shell, BP.
So yeah, he was wrong there.
But it doesn't matter, because I'm pretty sure if I look back in it, one of those two is either a senator or a congressman right now.
I guarantee you both of them were powerful or important men in their own right, wherever they came from. Just like the guy who couldn't figure out eyes, these people make payroll somewhere.
These people are married to somebody and have children spawning off. That's what's scary.
Oh boy. Put an S on her in the eyes. Now what do you got? He just lost that ever loving mind.
I'm sorry, that still bothers me. I think that was the very first video that I did.
That irked you?
And
Yeah.
that dude is in charge of payroll somewhere. I'm sorry. No.
All right. So
I hold grudges.
That's it for Foxy's videos of the week. I'm going to go right back into promoting Tracy and her Patreon page, in which she does her top 5 because 10 is too many shows. After shows and things like that, where me and Thea's is on there, we have a great time, but I don't think y'all see the time that we have. So I'm going to start from the very beginning, and we're going to look back at the very first video of.
Oh, yeah, this one.
Marlon,
Okay.
before you do that, could you please permit me 1 second? Tracy, could you bring us up a little bit to speed on what you've been working on with the rally? Is it a rally or a march?
It's a march. Yes. Oh boy. I will bring everyone up to date. So the state of Indiana, we will be having a Medicare for All march July 23rd in Indianapolis. We'll start from the Soldier Sailor Monument, and then we'll march to the south side of the State House. Indiana is kicking off the National Medicare for All march that will be in July that following week.
Cool. Thank you. Sorry, Marlon. I know it's her passion project, so I apologize, sir.
And Marlon's gone. Oh, and I happen to be chair of the committee, but that's just by default.
Tracy for Senate 2024.
Just stop that. No.
I didn't mean to run Marlon
I
off.
literally thought it was going to be longer so I could pour me something else to drink.
I thought I made you mad.
I got so nervous when she said, blah, 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 blah.
I mean, there's not much to tell. We're still meeting. We're still organizing. We're still, if you had watched my Monday show, you would have gotten all the information about it. It's an important issue to me. It really is.
Because I don't agree 100% on all the details of it, but I think what you're doing is brave, it's powerful, and it matters. So definitely, please keep sharing every platform you want. If you're on mine, bring it up, because I think it's really awesome. And Tracy for Senate 2024.
Stop saying that. I keep telling you I'm not running for office. Will you stop it? I don't know.
So you said 2022. You got to get to work, girl.
First of all, 2022 is already done. No, I will not. I'm telling you now, I will not run for office. I will not. I don't have what it takes. I know my faults. I know my good parts, and I know my bad parts.
Which makes you an even better candidate for 2024. Thank you, everybody. Tracy for Senate 2024.
It's
Indiana,
not happening
because the people need a representative. The people need a champ, and Tracy knows how to fight.
And so, I would be like, how you going to pay for that? Oh, no.
Let's go. We
No.
don't need Tracy. It ain't about your money. It's about everybody else's money. So you can go out there and you can help protect the people who need representation. Tracy for Senate 2024.
Absolutely, positively not. I don't know where y'all got this dumb idea from, but it's about the dumbest thing I've ever heard.
Man, I swear, dude, if I could win, I'd do it for real. You know what I'm saying? I'm sitting here looking like, dang, man, I just got to make the right friends, because somebody like Herschel Walker, who can't put together 3 words.
Just say just ask where the apes. So why do we still have apes and you in? Just ask, why do we still have apes? And you right there had the people.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Were they the dumb monkeys? Fool. Fool.
And if I was gonna run for office, well, no, I wouldn't. Because then my whole family be like, can we live in the White House? No, you can't.
Oh, I shot down too low. Tracy wants to be the president.
No, if I'm going for something, I'm going for it. I'm going for. If I go, I'm
You need more
going
time to
for it.
build up her profile.
No, I won't.
Tracy for president 2026.
Marlon, no, Marlon for Marlon president of Mars.
I'm getting the hell off this planet. I'm done. Y'all can have it. Y'all knock yourself out.
You have to leave now to get there, bro.
I'm out of here. I am out
You
of here.
know what? Tracy administration would be tight though. I appoint this ambassador to Ireland.
For what? Why would
I
you
don't
do that?
know. I would just random
You
countries.
just want to make enemies out of people? What was that?
My whole family would move.
Thank you, Mickey. Thank you. But that's what's beautiful about, well, there's a lot of beautiful things about Tracy. But one of the great things about Tracy is she does not understand how powerful her presence really is. And that's a good sign of a good leader. So
No, it's not.
Tracy for Senate
Yo,
2024.
this is the deal about Tracy. And I've met people like this too.
You faded, bro.
Huh?
We can't hear you.
You got real low.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, but you're low. But go ahead.
Guess I put my mic back on. Don't know what just happened.
Yeah, now we can hear you. Now we got you got it.
All right. This is the thing about Tracy, and I've met people like this before. Tracy is those people who whines and complains and moan and groan and gripe and everything else, and I'm not going to, and DB and blah, 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 and everything else. And those are the people that you want because those are the people who do the exact opposite.
That is incorrect.
Tracy busts her butt on everything that she swears I ain't gonna do. No, and behind the scenes, who is the person that's tired from doing exactly what she says she's not gonna do?
I'm not running for office. I'm not running for office.
Check this out.
I'm not running for office.
Hear me out. So Tracy talks about, she goes to work and she comes home and she ain't got nothing to do. She say that, right? And she say that she's not the one to, do this or do that. It's not my thing. I'm not this or I'm not that. All the while, Tracy got 4 podcasts. She got people with doctorates and medical experience coming on her show. She's leading marches and rallies and organizing all this time. But okay. Yeah, I'm here, Tracy.
But I'm so tired.
It's all right.
Oh,
I'm not running for office.
20.
I'm not running for office.
Somebody filed the paperwork for her.
I'm not. They can file all they want. I'm not going to campaign. I'll tell you that now.
So
there's other people who do that for you.
Tracy for Senate 2024. We need Theas in Congress now. And I'm getting the hell off this planet. Y'all keep that in mind in 2024. So we're going to move on. And by the way, thank you, Tracy, for all that you do.
Thank you.
So we're going to look at some of the reasons why you need to support Tracy. We're going to go back to the first video because I got some minutes to burn now. And we're going to listen to a person that I love dearly. But sometimes
yeah, I don't like cereal. I've never liked cereal. Oh, no, correction. That's not fair. When I was really, really young and didn't know no better, I liked cinnamon. What was it called? Raisin Bran.
So you're saying I don't know any better, and I'm almost.
No, I'm saying I didn't know it. We all have different levels of awareness and interests. If you like drinking cow discharge, that's what you like. Me, and here's my reason that no one I've ever met ever agrees with me here. I know it's a mental problem that I have, folks. It's a mental problem. I don't like my food to float.
So you must not like soup either.
No, I don't like soup because soup isn't a meal. You drink soup. You don't eat soup. Now, I might be able to do stew because it's got a lot of stuff in it. and the broth just happens to be there. But soup is mostly liquid. What was the point? Just drink some water.
I thought you were going to show them. I thought you were going to show a completely different clip.
I thought it was supposed to be about Tracy.
This man literally labeled his reason for cereal because in his mind, his food is not allowed to float.
Should not float. And this isn't about me. This is about Tracy. Roll the next clip, Maestro. Roll the next.
So that'll work. Yep. So here's my answer to cereal. Top 10 breakfast foods, by the way.
It was 5.
Top 5 breakfast.
Because 10 is too many.
Yeah.
I'm being nice. It should have actually been 3, but I'm not even gonna give that away. If you want to know, you need to go watch the show. You need to be a Patreon supporter and go watch it. But here is my response to cereal.
So, Marlon, apparently you have a problem with my cereal as a pick also.
Here's what happened, and I had to narrow it down to what the issue is. What I have an issue with cereal. I used to eat cereal when I was younger, and something happened between then and now, and I had to find the right wording to express what happened, and I think I got it now. What happened is I grew up. I'm a grown man. I'm not eating cereal.
I would rather not eat nothing. I'm a grown woman and I eat cereal.
I would rather not eat nothing than eat cereal.
So you're saying that I'm a child? Are we saying I'm a child?
First of all, you got cereal. That's off the bat. Then, I haven't grossed enough people out. I know. I'm going to put milk and water, 2% on my... Wait, what are we doing? What are we doing?
I'm eating cereal.
What are you doing?
I'm eating cereal. That's what I'm doing.
You put
wet bread. There you go.
Light skin milk. What are you doing?
You know what? You're going to get put on mute. I'm not going to say. He done called me a child. They done both called me.
No, we did not. We did not call you a child. Now, you may have childish taste buds, but we did not call you a child.
Number 4 for me. I'm going to wait till Marlon just gets done laughing. Number 4. And you didn't play my number 4, which I think I said was grits.
If you want
to see this, go check it out.
That's right.
Go to number 4 is. You want to know what the number 3 is. You want to know what the number 2 is. You want to skip over what the number 1 is.
No,
you need to go to the Patreon.
My number 1 is the perfect choice. Perfect choice.
Number 1 made no
heavyweight champion.
It's the MVP. It's the VIP. It's the.
And it was wrong.
And it was wrong.
Was correct. I was absolutely correct about my number 1 choice.
And we're not even going to talk about the waffle take.
No, I put waffles and pancakes together.
No, I'm talking about the still.
Oh, because it's got the regions.
I ain't talking about none of it. This ain't about me. It's about Tracy.
Oh.
And I don't want it to cut my mouth. What?
Y'all leave me alone now. Hey,
what type of waffles is you eating?
Hey, this on Patreon. Y'all go to Patreon.
Oh,
yes, please do.
No. I can spoil the Thea's cutting whatever the heck whatever waffle Lego my Ego type frozen steel waffle that was cutting his roof of his mouth or something.
My food choices make perfect sense. I explained it all in the video. I said what I said.
But I'm gonna tell y'all that y'all really do still need to watch that video, especially the waffle. because what Tracy
Oh yeah.
waffle is an abomination.
No, it's not. It's
There are
awesome.
so many things wrong with what Tracy said in that
Nope,
video.
it makes perfect sense if you
many
thought about it.
things.
If you sit and thought about it, you're like, you know what? I should have thought about that.
Who was that lady who got kicked off of TV for using the N-word? She used to cook like
Paula
everything.
Deen.
Yeah. Most unhealthy. Number one seasoning in her dishes was butter. That's how outlandish some of Tracy's
It
choices
makes
were.
so much sense. You like, and I bet you out there tried it before. You know you have.
Like killing me softly and slowly, but certainly. Breakfast items by Tracy.
Porridge doesn't float.
No,
it sure doesn't.
How do you picky eaters feel about
I don't.
oatmeal?
I can't stand
I think
it.
oatmeal is a wonderful thing to soak up like water or grease. You know, it's really good for like oil spills. Does great for cleaning up stuff like that.
Oatmeal is good when it's with raisins and it's in a cookie form.
Oatmeal is good in a trash can.
Oatmeal
by itself,
oatmeal is like better tasting grits, and both of which need to go in the trash. At least with oatmeal, there's these things called Quaker. My little Quaker has an oatmeal bar that's like an oatmeal, and you can put it has fruit in it. I like the apple. Apple is the best dessert or snack ever, whatever. But anyway, those are good. You can't do that with grits. Can't do it with grits, y'all. Can't do it. I mean, I guess you could because grits, when they get cold, they turn into plastic. But anyway.
Who eats cold grits?
Nobody should eat any of it.
I'm asking him a question like he's gonna have a logical answer.
Put it in the trash.
I have no idea why you even tried.
I know. I'm like, why did I even say that?
Put it in the trash. Wait till they cool. You can peel it out the skillet and peel out the pot and just dump it in the trash. Just go ahead.
And this is why this is my final video of the night. This is why I don't care no more. I just don't even. I don't care no more. I'm getting to that level now that I just don't care no more.
I think he cares, Tracy.
Nope.
Oh, and I tell you what, my next topic for next week is Theus. Tell everybody where they can find you. Even though he said bacon as a side dish, I still encourage you all to find it.
You will find me where grits are not sold. ComplexSimpleMan.com.
Marlon.
I don't want y'all to find me. I don't even want y'all to find me. If y'all agree with Tracy on this bacon thing, don't look for me. Don't even look for me. I don't want you. You don't want me. But for the people who disagree with Tracy, you will see me on Saturday Night Live every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and Radical Truth to Power every Sunday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's just for the people who disagree with Tracy. If you agree with Tracy on any of this stuff, the cereal, the eggs are nasty, the bacon is the main thing, don't even look for me. Forget my name was even on this show. Don't even bother.
You know what? He wants to get muted. So next week's topic is going to be an interesting one. And I don't even know if you guys are going to be here. I'm going to talk.
Marlon, you okay, bro?
I didn't get them more.
He just went all the way up. My number one pick is solid. After you become my Patreon and you watch it, you'll agree. You get like, Tracy, you are the smartest woman.
At that point in time, I wanted everybody to forget my name. Don't look for me. I'm not even on the internet. By the time that show ended, it's like, you know what? My name is John Henry for all I care. Just don't even look for me.
I mean, you know, y'all got some interesting ideas when it comes to breakfast food, but at least they're like normal or mainstream. I just don't agree with them. But that number one.
That number one was solid.
0 cents.
Solid.
And the number one breakfast item in the world, she don't even like. She don't even like, y'all.
Sure don't. They
number
nasty.
One breakfast item. Whole
sure
world.
Don't. They should throw them things in the trash. Trash. But my number one pick, become my Patreon and watch it. You'll think, now that's a smart woman.
You'll be like, yeah, I see where Theus and Marlon's coming from.
No, you won't. You'll be like, she's genius.
Yeah.
then you really will be saying Tracy for president.
Yeah. Yeah, if you could come back to this video and just put a comment saying how bad she was.
When I have pancakes, I don't put syrup on them. I just like a little honey and plain yogurt bits. Yeah,
what? Say what?
What the hell? Why is y'all making? Why are y'all making cakes out of pancakes and waffle? What is wrong with y'all?
I was with you with the honey because I'm like, so she's using honey instead of syrup.
Honey. You got
that's healthier.
Syrup mixed with fruit,
yogurt, and fruit. I'm sitting here, I'm reading this, and I'm like, how did
Mickey, don't listen to them. They are jealous because they don't have your palate. They don't have your sophisticated palate.
No, something like this had to happen on accident before it could be done on purpose. And I'm trying to figure out how.
They eat the traditional old same old breakfast. We of the sophisticated palate, we like to try. We like to expand our horizons.
Mickey may have a sophisticated palate. What you have is an abomination.
No,
that's not how it's supposed to go. No.
Butter, syrup. Move on with your life. We don't need nothing else.
I'm about to get mad again.
I know.
No, the powdered sugar and egg yolks and a fruit cake and a
fruit cake. Who eats fruit cake?
Garnish it with cherry pie.
Cherry pie. Somebody bring me a sundae. Stop it.
Marlon, it's okay.
You know what would go good with these pancakes? Broccoli casserole.
Lasagna. You people who actually came up, pancakes is a pancake.
We can't hear Marlon again. Can you hear Marlon?
Oh, come on.
We can hear you like soft, like microphone turned off soft. But Tracy, while he's doing that, what other projects are you working on to help save the state of Indiana from these weirdos who were wandering around? Because I swear you guys are in the news
every other week
too often lately.
It's the Medicare for All March and then some activities around it. That's the thing.
Can y'all hear me now?
Yes.
No leftover things. I always love to cook, to experiment with food.
Okay, I can dig that, Mickey. I can dig that.
Cold steam fish. Oh my Lord.
Wait a minute. How's something cold and steamed?
Steam it in
there. There you go. If you know what, if what you're doing tastes good to you and it irks somebody else, I'm all for it, except for grits, because grits are wrong.
I'm not gonna get into it with him and grits. I'm not. There are times I look at this and I go, I love that dude. That's my boy. That's my boy. There's nothing I wouldn't do for Theus. There are times I look at Theus and go, he ain't black. Not a chance in the world. There's just
you can't put me on black academic probation. That's not right.
Black academic.
That's something. But then again, I just discovered that when I went to California, they don't put sugar in their tea.
Well, that's all over the country. It's all
I don't put sugar in my tea.
All the wrong states do that. So once
I don't put sugar in my tea.
Once you head into the Midwest,
you said wrong states.
So once you get into the Midwest or cross out of the South, I guess it was just too complicated to bring the sugar up across the country.
No, because y'all pour sugar in there. It's like, okay, diabetes, get in that cup. Get in there. Get in there.
I'm just saying. I'm just going back to that list for breakfast items, and I'm like, sweet tea ain't so bad.
You don't like grits.
But I went to Ohio, and I asked for some sweet tea, and them people looked at me like I was crazy. And then this is the worst part. They brought me cold, unsweetened tea and some packs of sugar. So not only are you wrong, you don't understand why tea should be sweet, but you don't even understand science and physics. I can't do anything with this. It's just wrong.
I got a news flash for you. They brought me a canister of sugar.
It just goes straight to the
It
bottom.
went straight to the bottom.
You can't do it. You will be stirring all day.
There is nothing better.
Yeah, you make it hot and then you put ice cubes in it. If you're gonna add sugar.
But y'all people in the Midwest and up north,
I don't put sugar in my tea at all.
You can talk to us regular folks who are escaping the South and say, hey, here's some tea with sweetener. Sweet tea. No.
See, this is what I mean. I love this dude. And then he comes out with, but you could take grits and make it cold and put it. You are a conflicted relationship.
Grits are disgusting.
I can't eat.
Grits are so awesome, and put some butter, and don't put sugar on grits. That's just stupid.
You put sugar on the grits, please. Unsubscribe from me.
Just don't, because you don't got no taste.
Don't.
I've heard about the whole sugar and grits controversy, and I don't understand it because once again, grits should go in the trash anyway. But yeah, I've never seen a rational person put sugar in grits.
Thank you.
No, but some of y'all in the South, y'all like the whole bag. Get that 5 pound of diabetes and pour it in there.
And the funny thing about it is they're wrong.
They are wrong.
I don't want no big syrup to drink.
I don't put sugar in my tea.
Well, then you shouldn't drink tea. But when I was younger, my sweet tea, literally, there was only enough tea in there so that I could call it tea, but really it was just brown sugar water. So I was definitely what Tracy was talking about. Yeah. But now that I've gotten older, I can't handle sweets like that. So, it's going to be half and half, right? Because people put way too much sugar when you go out to get sweet tea. But it's got to be sweet, man. You're not going to give me booty butt naked tea and be like, here.
I drink it all the time.
So what do you do with coffee then?
Oh, I don't drink coffee.
Oh, I do.
I'll drink hot tea, but I won't drink coffee.
You don't drink coffee?
No, it tastes terrible. Smells great. Tastes terrible.
What?
You couldn't tell by watching this show. But
no, that's because I had a whole roll of sweet tarts, a nap, and V8 energy. So
yep, that heartbeat's going.
I don't do sweets at all.
Oh boy, I wish I could.
It's rare
say
for
that.
me.
I wish I could.
I'm not a sweet person.
Oh boy.
No.
I love cakes, pies, cookies.
No, I'm not a big on desserts. Really not.
Oh boy.
I'll eat it from time to time. You know what I'm saying? But
I wish I could.
Not
say that.
something that has to be in my life. I go a whole week and not have anything.
Yeah, I would do a sweet as a snack, but as in dinner and a dessert type of thing, that's not me.
Yeah, I don't need to chase my dinner with dessert.
I mean, you'll see me walk by and I'll eat a cookie, or you'll see me walk by and I have a candy bar. But
now candy bars I can't do. That's just too
there's
sweet.
No time that I ever told somebody, "Hey, you want something from the store? Sure, bring me a Snickers."
I eat most of my sweets for breakfast.
I wish I could say that.
I really need to start eating breakfast.
What? How do you not eat breakfast?
I don't
get up too early. That's why.
I don't get hungry until 12. I just don't.
Okay, maybe because I have to take my insulin. I'm like, well, wait a minute. How you skip breakfast? That's like the most important meal of the day.
Because you have insulin, so you have to make sure you maintain your.
Yeah, I gotta eat like it. Like
I'm what they call pre-diabetic. So like my blood sugar. Like I remember one time I went to go get like my physical, the health screening thing they do, and my blood sugar was so low. This lady, she gave me, those Trace, those orange discs that they give you to spike your blood sugar.
Yep.
She gave me one of those and told me to go get a Coke out of the cooler.
Oh shoot, mine was low. Sometimes they brought me a sandwich and a Coke and a candy bar.
Cause see, it's nothing to me to not eat anything until about 2:00.
Oh,
it's nothing for me to do.
I would literally pass out. I'd be like, that's it.
I don't eat nothing until 2:00.
Yeah. What? But if I eat something for breakfast, I have to eat lunch. But
I don't
once
skip
I eat lunch,
breakfast.
I may not eat again.
Maybe that's why I'm so heavy. But I don't skip any of my 3 meals. I don't skip breakfast. I don't skip lunch. I don't skip dinner.
I'm not hungry.
Yeah, I need a
I'm just
maximum.
not.
Even if
just
I'm not,
hungry.
I guess because, like I said, even if I'm not hungry, I still have to eat. Because if I don't, yep, I'm gonna pay for it. I'm gonna pay for it.
Why the heck are you yawning?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Because it's like I thought I held that in pretty good, but it's like 11 o'clock, bro.
You took a nap.
I'm not sleepy.
But you yawn.
It was a sympathy yawn.
But nobody's here tired.
It's my internal alarm clock.
Okay. But yeah, I'm with Susan. If I put sugar beside some, oh yep, there goes a spike right there. If I even think about cake, and oh boy, I love cake. Love cake.
I guess I've never really been into cake. I don't need it for my birthday or anything. There's only like
white cake with white icing. Dig yellow cake.
I mean, strawberry cake is really good.
Strawberry cake. Only kind of cake I don't like is chocolate and German chocolate cake. Those are the two I'm like.
German chocolate cake. I can eat German chocolate cake if my mom makes it. And then there's a cake that my ex-wife makes for me that's really awesome. But literally cake, but brownies.
Oh well, brownie. No, not all brownies.
Like brownies.
No. Brownies, you can only eat the edge parts. You can't the corners.
I
will not eat the brown. Nope, it's just the corners. I will not eat anything but the corners.
I can eat the whole thing of brownies as long as it's not like
just the corners. I just want the corners.
My brownie has to be warm, and please don't help me. Please do not let me find some French vanilla ice cream to put on top. Oh
no, I don't have to put nothing on it. I just want the corners. That's all I want.
I want mine cold. I want it cold.
Yeah, I can eat brownie hot or cold, but I just want the corners.
I don't want fresh
That's
brownies.
all I want. I don't like that middle part, but them corners, that's where it's at.
I like the middle part. That's like the golden
corners
part.
Is where it's at. The corners.
And Mickey, absolutely. I do not.
Who wants a cake?
Cake brownie.
You gotta have them fudgy. Don't nobody want no cake.
But I don't want it like pure fudge, like what they used to give you at Chick-fil-A, which is just like this brown goo. But like it definitely needs to be more fudgy than cake. Because otherwise, get cake.
And this is the funny part about it is, have you ever tried lava cake?
Yeah, from Shoney's.
I did not discover it until I went on a cruise.
I don't even know what that is.
Oh,
it's like it's cake. It looks like two pieces of brownie, but it has ice creams in the middle and on top, and then it has hot fudge, and I think it comes with like a cherry.
So that means I can't eat it.
Oh, this was just you need all your medication.
Yeah,
you need this
no. And I mean, even the one on the cruise, and thank you for this. I forgot all about the one that showed us, but even the one on the cruise was a round cake, and everybody would just cut into it and see the fudge run out and everything else. But then they had the powdered sugar on it, and some of them asked for.
Oh no, that's different. Yeah.
Oh, somebody would ask for some syrup, not syrup, but chocolate syrup on top. Oh my God,
that's too much. That's too much chocolate for me.
Yeah,
I can't.
I'm just a simple girl. I like white cake, white icing, strawberry cake, lemon cake, and caramel.
Strawberry and lemon, those are good. Ooh, pineapple cake. Have you had pineapple cake?
Can't do pineapple cake.
I like pineapples, but not in a cake. Nah.
And pineapple upside down cake is one of my absolute.
That's just too sweet. I'm like, wait a minute.
My absolute favorites. The angel food cake with the
lava cake, not much bigger than the cupcake. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. That version I don't like.
The lava cakes, oh my goodness.
I don't want gooey stuff coming out in the middle of my food. So I'm not eating a stuffed donut.
Not even a jelly donut?
Absolutely not. I'm not gonna bite into my donut and stuff come out of it. That's disgusting. No.
There's a joke in there somewhere that I'm not gonna do. But yeah, I don't do stuffed donuts and all that stuff.
Then why do people eat powdered donuts? I do not understand it. It's like I want to have something that I can make a mess no matter how hard I try not to.
Because it depends on what you're talking about. Are you talking about a regular sized donut?
Here are the donut holes.
No, not even the donut holes. There's a flea market that we go to where they make these miniature donuts right in front of you, so they're really hot, and you can have powdered sugar or cinnamon and sugar or whatever.
Oh, okay. I don't
Those
know about that.
powdered sugar ones, and that donuts are still hot, and it's a little cold outside, so you have a little. Oh my!
I was thinking about like your traditional stuffed donut, jelly filled donut.
Yeah, Mickey, because he's starting with the. I don't want my donuts to ooze out. I don't know where he was going with it. It's
Hey, if you like to have your pimple popping donut, then you go ahead and have your pimple popping donut. Okay, I would rather not.
Jeez. I never heard of lava cake. Oh, Susan, it is fantastic.
Trust me, Susan, you in the same boat. We can't.
Yeah,
have
I don't think you should eat it, but they are fantastic. Though.
Sorry, them stuffed donuts. I'm sorry, I'm still stuck there. I mean, it's like you saying, look, I would like to have a donut, but give me one with an infection, right? I want the infected donut.
Nobody really thinks about that when they're eating jelly filled
literally
donuts.
Nobody.
Really, nobody's thinking that.
I love Boston cream donuts, custard center, no sugary cream. Okay, and Mickey, here's what I would say to that. It has to be Boston cream pie. I can take it because it has a little acidity to it, so it cuts through with the donut. The people, you evil individuals, the ones who just have that sugary syrup or whatever inside a donut that is literally white, and you put, oh, what is the matter with you?
What's wrong with all of y'all?
No, absolutely not. Custard center, no sugar topping and everything. No, whoa, hold on. Custard center, no sugary cream topping, topped with chocolate.
That's a lot of stuff on a donut.
So she's basically saying the center is the custard, not that fake Boston cream where it's actually like a cream in the middle.
When they just take sugar and water and they mix it up and that's all they do, and they feel you disgusting individuals. That's
I want your pimple popping donuts.
That's what I literally call lazy, because it's just sugar water that you just don't pump inside of a donut. Nasty. Diaz is afraid of the gooey stuff. Pretty much.
Y'all giving him credence.
However,
with this.
Give it to me. I do like that sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. You know what I mean? I do like that. You know what I'm saying? But
no, we don't. Oh no, never mind. Shut up, Tracy.
You know
don't say nothing.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you keep that with your one night stand. You know what I'm saying? But
no. That's not a one night stand. That's my Saturday night vibe.
That's a banister.
That's my Saturday night vibe sign. That's not a one night stand.
They make fun of me, and I don't know why.
I wasn't even talking about. I was talking about.
I was pointing to my sign. I don't have no idea.
There's no sign behind you.
I was quoting the Jay-Z song.
Where?
Give it to me. That sweet, that nasty, that gushy stuff. That's what I was talking about. You know what I'm saying? Because I had to get my mind off of these pimple popping donuts y'all talking about.
Marlon, now we can't even see your face. Okay, now we can see it. No, now you sit. No.
You know what's bad though? Why all of a sudden? Perfect. All of a sudden, you can't see my sign anymore.
Yeah, because it never existed. Kind of like Trump's IQ, intelligence, and non-horse face.
Wow.
Hey, he graduated from Wharton Business College.
I can't handle that sugary thing called cream.
Cash rules everything around me. Cream, get the money.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Oh, I knew they was gonna go through that. Maggie, why did you do that? Stop with that. That hurts. Inside, it hurts.
I didn't mean to hurt you. I'm sorry.
Are we gonna keep going?
Tracy, if it isn't love, why do I feel this way?
You know what?
Why do you Tracy, stay on my mind?
I don't know, but I think Mrs. Clyburn is the one that should stay on your mind.
If it isn't love, why do I feel so sad?
Every little step you take, I will be there. Every little step you make.
The creep anthem of all songs. The creep.
No, the worst one is I
Stalker.
saw you
And him.
walking in
The
rain.
best part about that song is the rap part. He just breaks off into this awesome rap part. That's the best part of that song.
He
We're
raps in that
holding
song?
hands, and
Yes.
I'll never.
Wait a
be
minute.
the same.
Marlon doesn't know the rap part of "I Saw You Walking in the
I
Rain."
don't know it either.
What?
I did not know there was a rap.
Wait
version
a
of that
minute.
song.
Which one are y'all talking about? Because I must be
I'm
talking
talking about the Stalker song.
Forest
I
Street
saw
Songs.
you
Walking in the Rain. Yes, there's a rap part to that where he just goes off on her.
Terrible.
Oh yeah, it was terrible, but it's the. I'll have to send it to you because I'm like, there's definitely a rap part to it. If I'm talking about what I think y'all talking about.
How about I always feel like
Somebody's
in my head just
watching
now.
me. Yeah.
That's
I'm
a
just
cool
an average
song.
man.
That's
Trying to live an
another
average
Stalker
life.
song.
I work from 9 to 5. Yeah, I pay the price.
Oh, by the
But
way,
sometimes I'm all alone in my average home. Times I
just to
feel
let y'all
like
know how daddies can really help you out. One and only hit song. Who the
Yeah,
heck?
he's Barry Gordy's
That's
son,
Barry Gordy's
Rockwell.
son.
Oh, I didn't
Yeah,
know that.
that was Barry Gordy's son.
That's cool. You know. Well, hey, but what I mean for real though. I mean, we give people a hard time for nepotism, but legit, ain't that what we really are working for? To be able to put your child or your family.
Not when
on?
they don't have talent.
Shoot. I can have let me be Barry Gordy big. I would have my most tone deaf can't Herschel Walker talking, Donald Trump speech giving niece on a record, and she would come right out, would sing her heart out.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna send you that romance novel by that lady. That book by the MAGA lady. She writes those romance novels.
Oh, you know what, Tracy? Hold that thought.
Does it have my favorite quote in it?
I need to talk to you, disgusting ratchet.
Yes, ratchet.
Downright evil people. And in case you don't understand where I'm going with and what I'm talking about, you blittering morons decided to have a conservative movie.
They got a whole conservative movement. Don't worry about a movie.
Oh my God. What is wrong with you people?
This all started with the whole Left Behind series.
And when you read the description of the movie, it gets worse and worse by every sentence. It just gets terrible. It sounds like a terrible. Let me put it to you this way, Thiz. I'll meet you halfway. You like it because it's conservative. You didn't like it because it was a good movie. It sounds terrible.
They're rewriting everything. I mean, these are the same bloodlines, the same traditions that gave you birth of a nation. Okay, people want to act like each generation is somehow different, and they're not. It's the reason why we keep fighting the same battles for the last 300 years. It's because it's the same people. So they are trying to revive. They're trying to create an alternate. Normally, this alternate parallel universe that they're working in, that used to be like your homeschool and your deeply religious fanatics who like kind of stay, out of the limelight. But now they're pushing it into the mainstream like it used to be back in the 40s and 50s.
Whoa, push it. Oh, that sounds like doctrination.
Well, it's okay. It's okay to push.
Be doing that.
It's okay to push religion and theology when it's the one that you personally believe in. Like they really want to recreate Jim Crow or the apartheid system. They want to recreate it because the power is shifting and they don't like how it feels. So they're trying to put all that stuff back in place. And when was the time that they remember that? It was when they had the most control.
My mom called me the other day. I don't know why she does this. And Mom, if you see this, sorry, because I still have not figured out why you do this. My mom calls me and go, I want you to ask people on your show why this. And I'm like, but you can ask too. No, but I want you to do it. So anyway, today's mama question to ask people. When they say make America great again, what are they talking about? I ain't got to say that on the show. They're talking about the 50s and the 60s. That's exactly where they want to go. 40, 50s and 60s. That's where
they don't like the 60s.
And by the way, let me stop. I kind of want to say 40s and 50s. The 60s started the crap, so they don't want to go there.
They don't want the 60s. We're in the 60s right now.
That was the beginning for them. So the 40s and 50s is what they're talking about, make America great again. And then when she's talking about, well, why did we could leave there? We could just leave. I said, yeah, we tried to leave. They killed the leader and burned the boat. So no, they don't want us to
They don't want us to leave.
No.
Capitalism requires a bottom class, and we are the bottom class. If they hadn't murdered so many of the Native Americans and completely ravaged their bloodlines, then they would probably be the lower class, but there's not enough of them, so they don't get to factor in that way. So the Black community is the most easily recognizable community. So that's why we remain at the bottom of this caste system that we call America. The Latinos sit just above us because it's easier for some of them to pass than it is for us. And then the ones who can't pass get treated like us. So America don't want you to leave because they understand they need people to do the work. And they need people to feel better than. If you could somehow get all of the Black and the brown people to leave, then white America would then, all the people who are used to being just considered white right now, they wouldn't be anymore. They would start getting broken right back out again, and you would start discriminating against Italians versus Jewish people versus, you know what I mean? Like, America will always need someone or something to look down on, because by looking down, I look better.
And here's the deal. I even told my mom this. I said, here's the deal. If we got reparations, use your wild imagination on that one. If we get reparations, and everybody sticks to their plan of, well, I'm going back to the motherland. I'm going back to blah, blah, blah. I'm going back to the motherland, and we're going to build up that place, and we're going to live out. And, you heard the whole thing. Guess which country all of a sudden will be a terrorist threat?
Well, because we won't all go to the same place.
Yeah, we won't all go to the same place.
But you're exactly right.
No,
like if they don't have us to fill their prisons to do their labor, then they will replace us with the Latinos. Right? That's the first thing they'll do. They'll make sure that border locks up so tight that they can't get out. Okay. Forget getting in. They ain't gonna let them out. But us leaving and going, and then wherever we go, Canada, African continent, various places. Wouldn't go to Australia because everything there wants to kill you. But wherever we go, my concern is we're so Negropean that we'll go somewhere and immediately bring America with us.
Yeah, we sure will.
So now we would sit down in Liberia, Ghana, something like that, and it'll just be like little mini America, and we'll start looking down because that's how we are. We'll end up looking down on the people who are already there.
Yep, and then asking, where the McDonald's at?
And then start oppressing them because all we know is oppression. So it's like this whole big mess. But either way, run me my money.
And for the people who think this is making this up, we're doing it here. How many times have people from the north came down to the south and go, y'all don't have this and blah 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 and everything? It's like, dude,
It's in our culture.
We didn't ask your ass to come down here. You are. I know y'all upset about the borders in Mexico and everything. You will be amazed that there actually is no border patrol between here and New York. I promise you, you can cross South Carolina with no problem. You can cross through Tennessee with no problem. You can go all the way to DC. You won't see one people, unless you're black, that's going to ask for your papers. You're free to move through the country. But we do it here. So as soon as we get over there,
we'll take it with us.
You only have one McDonald's. You only go to school 3 times a month, 4 times a month, 5 times a month. And what exactly are you teaching?
So that's the same thing about it.
You're amazed how more proud we will be as an American when
we'll be Americans
when we're not in America.
That's because we're oppressed here, right? But the sickest thing is, and this is what I have found talking to so many pro-black people and pro whatever groups that they are, and the women's rights groups like the feminists and all that, very, very few of the people I come across or online or in person actually want justice and equality. That's not what they want. They want to take power. See what I'm saying? They are so offended and sick of being held back and oppressed by this other force that they just want that power. And if they get that power, they're going to do the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just that they're going to do it from their angle at that point, right? It's like the analogy we use in our community. Everybody doesn't want off the plantation. Some people just want to run it. And that's the problem.
They don't want to be the house N-word. They want the whole house.
Yeah, and they'll keep the slaves in the field.
And they'll keep everything.
Everything will look just the same. It's just going to be, instead of the white man owning the plantation, it'll be a black man owning the plantation. They just want the power.
I'm gonna see. Bear with me. We got 4 minutes. Because I promise you, I was not gonna stay on this long. And Tracy looks like she's about to
go to sleep. Yeah.
Go to sleep. Yeah. But I'm gonna see if I can find this video. This is hold on 1 second. Talks amongst yourselves.
So, what's your slogan for 2024?
I don't have one because I'm not running in 2024. I don't know why y'all keep bringing up this dumb idea.
That's too big for bumper sticker. I need you to bring that down.
I'm not putting that on my car.
I'm not running.
That'd be like a whole wrap.
You cannot run if somebody asks you, how you going to pay for it? And your first answer is, oh, no. No.
Politicians don't use their own money.
Never have before.
I'm not running. I don't have the skill set. I don't have the patience. I say exactly what's on my mind.
But isn't that what you want? Like when we talk about some of these politicians, especially the progressives, the ones that are supposed to be progressives, we say we need them to be more outspoken. Oh, don't get me. I was about to start talking about the Congressional Black Caucus. Oh Lord, let me stop. But anyway, that's what we say we want. We want someone who's going to be more outspoken and passionate about what they believe in. Right? Go for it. I'm with you.
But I don't want to go for it.
2024.
Yeah,
I want a life. I'd like to take a shot at, I don't know, having a ring on my wedding hand.
You can do that. Go get one of them. Pick one of them up on the way.
You cannot date and run for office at the same time.
Why not?
Cory Booker proved that. His own girlfriend didn't even support him.
That's cool.
Rosario?
Yeah, she didn't support her. She was a Bernie supporter while he was running for president.
That's okay. You ain't got to be perfect. A perfect match. That's not how.
Nina says exactly.
Exactly. Thank you. Excellent.
I approve of Nina, but she's Nina. I'm Tracy. We have two different skill sets.
Exactly.
Nina says what's on her mind in an intelligent way. I'm a little bit too hood. I'm a little extra with mine. I'm a little bit extra.
That's a powerful thing. Do that. Be that.
Tracy, what hood you talk?
I don't know what hood she's from, but either way, do that.
I
be
am. I don't speak formalized English. I've used a whole lot of slang. No,
we had a president who we had a president for 4 years.
I ain't hearing no slang.
We had a president for 4 years.
It's not gonna work. I'm not doing it. I don't know why. Why do y'all think this is a good idea? It's so crazy. It's so out of character for me.
Anyway, this is an example of what Theus was talking about, real quick.
You talking to the wrong
I
guy
can't
right
see
now?
it.
No, Lawrence, I'm not being disrespectful, but you're being disrespectful. You gotta relax.
You should actually stop talking.
Well, not if you're talking to me like that. I'm not one of the other people. You can't be talking to people like that. So we gotta relax.
Actually, you won't stop talking like I'm your goddamn girl.
Well, or you can stop talking to me like I'm your child. No, mutual respect, Lawrence. Mutual respect. Age do not matter. Age do not matter in this conversation. So,
Boy, stop talking.
Lawrence,
Stop talking.
I'm not gonna deal with that type of disrespect. So you gotta calm down. If you want to have a conversation with me, we should have that one-on-one with our Zara here. This is you and me.
You're done. You're fired.
Okay.
Who would the see? What CEO was that? Oh no, I don't went.
Anybody call themselves a CEO, but yeah, it's people who just they wear their title. They think that their title means that you shouldn't even be able to challenge or question them unless you do it exactly right. And he came across a man.
He came across a human. I wish I would let anybody talk to me like that. Oh no, we can have some words. We can have some words.
And by the way, just to put some clarity on it, that was an unpaid internship.
Exactly.
So did you fire me for? So that means I get to sleep later in the day, so I can go to my real job.
I want to know what company it is so I can avoid it completely, because that's trifling.
Yeah, I think it's something that we don't deal with, Ashley. Digital Factory.
Yeah, who cares? Probably a publication or promotion company. But either way, it's the mentality. It's the mentality. It's the power.
Yeah, he's the leader. You don't question him. Boy, who you? See, that's another reason. See, I pop off too much. No.
I'm gonna say this real quick. I applaud that dude for his calmness.
Yeah, because he sure would have got something.
That ain't me. Because I'm gonna tell you off the bat. I'm gonna tell you exactly when I was going off. When I know we're finna take it there. Boy, stop talking. Tracy, sorry. You know I respect you and everything else. But the minute he said, boy, stop talking. Fucker, who are you talking to? Is a better question right now at this point in time. Because you couldn't possibly be talking to me. You ain't even paying me. So fuck you, fuck your company, and fuck everybody that deals with you that don't say these things to you.
I think he did exactly right, because he had a lady on the stream that he obviously had respect for, because he pointed that out. 2, this guy was getting out of pocket and self-destructing. So you're actually like, so long as I stay cool and I keep talking to you as a man who's respecting himself and being professional, I'm showing you that me, the intern, is in more control than you, the CEO, and I'm gonna let you flame out so bad.
The CEO, the mailman, the receptionist, the people. This is where I think people hold titles too much in high revere. Take your title and shove it where the sun don't shine. You have no right to talk to someone like that. That is inexcusable. It's just tacky. How do you talk to Boy, shut up. No, you shut up.
I'm 100% with you, Tracy, but that's one of the reasons I struggled in church so much. Because I don't care what your title is.
And by the way, Tracy, that's
I'm
about
gonna respect you
closest
because
gonna
I
get to
respect
cussing.
people.
I was really proud of it. That's about the closest you got to cussing, and you
No, I
still
would. No, I'm not gonna do that.
She ain't gonna do that.
Pick it where the sun don't shine. I thought you was gonna
But
follow
I'm
up
100% with you, Tracy.
I
Like,
thought you was gonna follow up with "Kiss My Grits," but you didn't go there. So
because there's a certain level of respect that you should have when you're speaking to someone in authority above yourself. I just think you should, right? You're the CEO, you're responsible for a lot of things. You keep this company going, which allows me to even, be here, to work here, or do whatever.
Yeah,
So
however,
you get that level of respect. But what you do not ever get the respect of is talking down to me.
he said, "Don't talk to me like you go talk to your B like that."
I literally.
Oh, what? Huh?
I have gotten to the age now.
People take their titles just like, I don't have to respect you. I have to respect you because you're a human being, not because you have some made up, man-made title and you think you're better than everybody. No, you're not.
I'm just saying the CEO does make it possible for you to get your check.
He does, but he deserves respect.
Congratulations.
Yeah, he or she deserves respect because they're a human person.
Because here's the deal.
He can be replaced easily. They could get another CEO.
And it's
No, I'm not
even
even
easier
gonna
to
say
replace.
that argument is don't work on me because I work for my job. You didn't hand me nothing. There is no job out there where they said, "Here's a paycheck. Now work." No, I have to work first,
and then I get a check.
You give me a paycheck, and we keep it going. So what I've decided to do is, off the bat, and my mindset is like that, I respect everybody off the bat until you show me cause to not respect you anymore. And if you're going to talk to me that type of way, my respect is gone. So no, you cannot come back and go, "I'm the CEO, I'm the president, I'm a senator, I'm a governor, I'm a congressperson." You can miss me with your title. I was respecting you because of how Tracy said it, because you was a human being.
You're a human being.
You decided to take it out of your way to disrespect me. And what not going to happen is I'm not going to inflate your ego by lowering my self-esteem. That's not.
I agree. That's not the point I was making. My point is this: when you're running a business, right? Yeah. There are structures and there are positions for a reason.
Nikki, that's my
That's my point right there. When he said "boy," I'm like, that's it.
You didn't have to get to the point of saying I'm fired. You fired me when you said that. So
I got right up the Zoom call. I've been like, "This is over. This is over."
The point I'm making though, Marlon, is you respect everybody as an individual, and you adjust your respect accordingly based on your interactions with that person, right? But there's also, to me, a respect for order and structure, because no business can run if everybody is 100% equal in their authority, because decisions have to be made, risks have to be taken. There's a reason businesses are structured the way they are. Where there's a problem is when those people who are in those positions do not understand that those positions exist to support the people who are doing the work. See what I mean? Like you can't have management if you don't have labor, right? There's no need for you if you don't have labor. So you don't lord over the people who work for you. You work for the people who work for you, right? And then on the flip side, the people who are doing labor, you wouldn't have a job without management, because they're the ones getting the clients. They're the ones making the strategic decision. So everybody's interrelated, but everybody's role is not equally important. But everyone's human value should be.
See, I have to slightly disagree, but because I'm like, the janitor is just as important as the CEO, because without a clean building, you'll look real stupid going to a dirty building.
I'll put it to you the way one of my managers put it to me, which made a lot of sense to me anyway. He said it's based on skill sets that we're hiring for. So the discussion, just to frame it, it was me. I was what they call an executive team. I was a department manager. Okay. And then above me, the person I was talking to is the store manager, right? And the point he was making was how many people, like if one of the team members were to quit, I have 200 applications right now for that position. Because of the skill set that's needed to fill that position, a lot of people can fill it, and a lot of people are waiting for it. Then he said, now for your position, I don't have 200 applications, but I still have 100. Because there's still 100 people who are waiting in line right now that are qualified to take your position. And for my position, there might be 50. So the point is, yes, everybody is replaceable, but there's more that goes to it than just that, because there are investments that are involved. There's skill sets that are involved. Like if you only have one forklift driver on your team and that joker quits, ain't nobody riding the forklift because you'll tear everything apart. But if you only have one janitor on your team and the janitor quits, I can get somebody else to come do that job, and I can get it done right now. In fact, I can go do it. Will I do it as well? No. But I can go do it. So there's still value as far as the skill sets are concerned. So that's why I'm saying each position does have a level of authority or respect that should go with it. But I believe that's because each of those positions have a level of responsibility that should go with it too. When we have problems are people who are in position don't feel they have responsibility. So they get on the call and talk to this man like they just did.
I just would have got off that call.
It's a two-sided sword. Because I see exactly what this is saying. Because I can put it to just taking what he was saying, Tracy. Can the CEO do the janitor's job? And I'm not talking about as well as. Can the CEO do a janitor's job? Chances are yes. Can a janitor do the CEO's job? Chances are no. And a lot of the workers that's under him, no. So there is a level of respect that you give the CEO of that company. Let's flip it, however. What I have an issue with some CEOs and management. And let me lower. I'm a lower to management. I'm a lower to management. Because there's a certain place, I'm not going to give any names out or anything like that. The stories is just told to me a lot. And it still dumbfounds me. There's a certain place, everybody knows who it is, blah, 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 big company, everything else. You know how many times I have heard, and we needed answers, and I went to the manager, and they didn't know it because they never done the job before. And
you're talking about Walmart.
And I went, wait a minute. So you have a manager who never done the position that they're managing over? Oh, yeah, they do that all the time. They just get somebody who had management experience. And I went, that's the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. I have never worked in a job where the person is a manager.
Depends on the position.
Depends on the company.
It should never be.
No, it depends on the position.
I don't need you managing over me, and you can't tell me jack.
Okay, well, that's where because when I was placed in management with the company that I won't name, one of the first things I told my team, because I was placed as manager over either 5 or 6 supervisors who all were well experienced. Right? Like in their departments, they knew it up, down, left, and right. They just weren't doing a very good job at it. Right? So like I told them when I came in, I said, look, I'm not here.
Still a little upset about that?
Huh?
I said, you still a little upset about that?
I was mad because of the hours that it took until I got my team.
Sounds like you are mad.
Yeah, well, anyway. Because it was the arrogance that you run into. Because what Marlon just laid out is a very popular or common feeling, right? But like I told them, I can't do my job without them. I can't.
Yeah.
But I wasn't hired to do their job. If I was hired to do their job, then they didn't need me They already had you. My job was I can't, in this particular case, I can't bake a cake or any of the bread in this department. I can't do none of this. But you can't sell like I can sell. You can't forecast like I can forecast. You can't determine and break down reports the way that I do. So I need you to be the expert in what you do because you're the ones making that part happen. But you need me so that you're not baking the wrong stuff or selling the wrong stuff, not managing your vendor relationships correctly, right? We all have something that we do. And if you just wanted me to be able to bake the bread and then go over here and cut the meat and then go over here and brew the coffee and then go over here and rotate the dairy section, and what did you need me for? So it's all about, to me, it still comes down to mutual respect, understanding how the roles need each other. But it's very common for someone with a different discipline to be in management over a different group of people.
It sounds like depending on, from what you're saying and where I come from, it depends on the job. It depends on the company.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because where I work, the people that's over me, the immediate people that's over me, has done my job before. Now, I do have some people that's over me that's in the corporate building that needs to stay in the corporate building. Don't
pretend like you know the other person.
Just don't do it, dude. Just don't do it. But the people that's over me, like my immediate supervisor, is 2 or 3 years, it may even be 5 years ahead of me. So I know he knows what he's talking about and he manages everybody. And the person over him, he manages over everybody. I'm cool with that because even at the years that I've been there, if I have a question, I would go to him going, hey, not only, hey, have you heard this before? Can you help me out? But hey, can you also see if anybody else is having this? That's the type of manager that I'm talking about. What I don't want is somebody managing over me and taking Thea's thing out of the way because this is where we're splitting at. So this is not a shot at you at all. What I don't want anybody over me is to come in and try to fix the structure that I'm in, and you've never done my job before because you saw the structure somewhere else and hey, it worked there, so maybe it'll work here. No, I need you to come in, and at the very least, if you come in and you work my job and you say, I think there's a better way of doing this. Hey, let's try it. There's nothing I can say. You're over me for one. And if you feel like it's better, we'll give it a shot.
So
but if you're coming from another company and what you saw at that company, you want to orchestrate it into this company,
you should have stayed with the other company.
I have an issue with you because you don't know my job, and what you're doing not only is maybe dangerous and not, I know we're talking political, not that dangerous to our accounts because all they see is the end results.
But do you consider scope? Because why was that person brought in, right? Because what I have experienced at many levels. Now, first, one thing I would say is,
hold on one second. Are you talking about capitalism, hierarchy, structure, those things? How would your theory look in a non-capitalist
hierarchical structure where the leader is whoever can do what needs to be done?
So I'm gonna pivot and go to what Susan just asked, right? So
okay.
Yes, I am speaking in. Can you put it back up?
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, so I am speaking about.
I'm sorry. I'm pulling a Tracy right now, and I'm tired too. So
yeah, I'm like, I want to go to bed.
Well, I can just drop it. Cool.
No. We want you to answer.
No, I was going to say, yes, I am speaking in a capitalist hierarchical structure because that's the structure we have here. I just don't think that we're doing it the right way. So when you're listening to me talk about these things, I'm not coming at it. Well, I'm coming at it from different ways. So there's the way that it exists, which is what we have just been talking about. So I'm just simply saying, hey, based on what we are
Wait a
dealing
minute.
with,
I'm
how
sorry,
our
Thea.
structures.
I don't mean to cut you off. I want you to read it because I apologize that she didn't finish. Where the leader is whoever can do what needs to be
I think he
done
read it.
right now for this project. Another project will have another leader.
Right. That exists already. So where one of the things we may be getting into is how something is being executed, right? So right now it seems like, and I'm not saying this is you, Susan, but the major topic of discussion is capitalism wrong, socialism right. And I'm like, no, because that's only the beginning of a story. All the difference between capitalism and socialism is who owns the means of production. Okay. But it doesn't address how anything is run, right? If you take 20 people or however big a company is, I'm going to say 20 people, and we're going to run this business and we're all 100% equal, nothing gets done. You'll do great where there's consensus, where all 20 people agree that payroll should be made and we should all get paid an X number of dollars and that we want to achieve certain potential growth or what have you, right? Those decisions will flow. But when you start getting into strategic decisions, making exceptions for this vendor or that vendor, right? When you start getting into the minutia of it, now we're going to start having some problems if you're trying to function off of where we are, right? So yes, ideally, like on paper, communism works perfect. On paper, socialism works perfect. On paper, capitalism works perfect. On paper, democracy works perfect. But in actuality, they're all flawed. And the things that work is when you blend and you mix some things together. So the way to me, a capitalist structure, or like I'll say my business, a business that I would grow. Everyone from the bottom position, I'm going to use janitor just for the example of the conversation, to the CEO. They're all tied together. So if you want to increase the CEO pay, you have to increase every position underneath it.
Yeah, you said that before.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's that part. That'll address part of that. But then within the departments, what needs to be accomplished and everything, no, I don't think everybody's equal. I just don't, because it's kind of like running anything. There's going to be times where I need a decision to be made, and I do not need to wait for 20 people to come make that decision.
And I do now that right there, I do have an issue with. I do, not your argument. What I do have an issue with. When I have a problem and I need it solved, I don't need to go through a committee to get the answer. That is the most irritating thing in the world. Not only do I need to not go in go talk to a committee to get the answer, that shouldn't even be in.
But if we're all equal, Marlon, that's just what it is, man.
That is so irritating. I haven't experienced that. I've just heard of it before. I've just heard that I need to take care of this. This needs to be taken care of. Okay. The worst line that I ever. Okay, I'll run it up the food chain. I need the answer now because they're waiting now. I don't need for you to figure out an hour ago why something I need now to be taken care of now.
Now that could be situational though.
Yeah.
Because
what seems, just a normal.
I know what I'm saying. Something that seems very straightforward, because I've been caught on the other end of this. Something that seems like a very straightforward. Somebody just make the darn decision so I can get this done. Right? Just simple.
Theus, hold on 1 second. Good night, Tracy.
Thank you, because I'm like I'm struggling.
Tracy Carson, everybody. Good night.
No, I'm gonna say I'm good.
No, go ahead.
No, because I don't want to miss the rest of the show. Be like, okay, they really got into it. No, I'm fine.
We always get into it. But go ahead, Thea. I'm sorry. I apologize. I was being nice to my sister. Apparently, she takes my love for advantage. So never mind. Go ahead.
So, shortest version that I think I can do is something that seems simple and immediate can have downstream effects that we just aren't thinking about because it's not in our wheelhouse. It could be as simple as we need to be able to we need to replace this copier. Copier's broken, right? Copier's broken, been broken for 2 weeks, right? Somebody sign off on a requisition so we can get the new copier. Just do it. Just we know we need it, right? And that's where it seems like it makes sense from the immediate level, and so it even seems like it makes sense to the supervisor. But
I see where you're going with this.
But when you try to run it up, it's not that simple because we have a contractual obligation with whomever gave us that printer. They're supposed to be satisfying the warranty and all this other stuff on it, and we're fighting with them right now to come get that fixed, which is hurting our bottom line and is hurting our productivity. But if I turn around and just go get another one, now I am the one who violated the contract. So now I got to go deal with all of that. So it's like what seems like such a cut and dry situation on the surface oftentimes has legs.
I'm sorry, I just saw an email just come across. I just want to make sure I'm seeing it right.
An email at midnight?
I mean, not an email, somebody that made a comment.
This must be on his.
Holy good crap. I'm gonna have to go back and look at the show. I had a long day today. Hope y'all are doing well. I don't know. That's Tanya.
That's your sister, isn't it?
Yeah, that's my sister. I didn't know she was watching or she just came in, but
she commented earlier.
No, that was Foxy.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was Foxy. But thank you, Tanya. I appreciate it. And I know you had a long day. That's why I didn't expect you to even be on. So that kind of excuse me, that kind of threw me. It snowed where she was at.
Yeah,
it snowed here.
Yeah, it was cold.
Always snow where you at.
It doesn't always. Just because it's 26 degrees.
Some kind of senses would be necessary to avoid, and I'm fine with that. I'm fine with it if you have the right people in the right area to answer. What I have an issue with is the uncommon. So take it for what this is saying, the common issues that has to be ran through a committee to get an answer.
But if it's uncommon, doesn't that make sense? It has to get run up.
Well, common then, the common one.
Yeah, need new pencils. Okay, let's take it to. Just give me a pencil.
And things you shake your head. I have worked with. This is what I do. We need paper. We need pencils. We need pens. Okay, well, we're going to just figure out in our next meeting.
Is it in the budget?
Sure we got the right price. Are you serious?
Write a proposal. Are you for real? It's a pencil. It's a pencil. I will bring pencils from home. If it's that deep, I'll just bring some from home.
So yeah, but Susan, what he is saying is correct. Make sure everybody's using the copier can fix it. That's not going to happen.
Nope,
not in this world.
It's not efficient. I need you to be doing whatever your job duty is. No. I don't need you cross-trained in electronics.
I literally have an administrator.
I feel what you're saying though.
I get what you're saying, but I have an administrator who flat out. That's why I love this woman. Best administrator I ever had. Because one of her things is what you always think is what they're asking you to do, taking you away from helping everybody else. And if that answer is yes, then I don't do it.
Yeah, there's somebody else who should be doing that.
That's something that's either a personal thing that they're supposed to be doing or somebody else supposed to be doing. So, Susan, I get what you're saying. Yes, using the copier without the skill set to fix it. I'm sorry. Make sure everybody use the copier can fix it.
No, I don't want everybody fixing it.
At the very least, I can say, can you change the toner? Can you put the paper in?
I don't need one to do that. Nope.
I don't want to do it either. But can you do
Everybody
it?
should be able to do those two tasks.
But everybody should be
No,
able to do that.
I don't want to touch that stuff all on my fingers. Nope. No, thank you.
Then I'm gonna put you in the second category. Then I'll get to it when I can.
Yep.
I'm gonna get to it when somebody else can.
And when I can get to it, that's fine. However, Tracy, and I'm just using you as an example. I'm not talking to you, Tracy. I'm using you as an example.
But he said
that because the other person I'm talking to name is Tracy. So it happens to be. Tracy Corson.
Yeah.
So since you don't want to do that, fine. I'll get to it when I can. Now, what you, Tracy Corson, can't do is to come back to me and to explain to me how important it is to get that copy up because you got a lot of work to do. Apparently, it was not that important.
I mean, we should be making things digital anyway, so we don't have to use a copier machine.
Seriously, yeah, we use
you
it all the
still have
time.
paper needs sometimes.
No,
but then if you make everything digital, then what happens when your scanner ain't working right? What happens when your files aren't where you thought they were supposed to be? So basically, Marlon, if I may, what I would say as part of the remedy to that, which is part of my personal philosophy, is you have to empower your team. So, like I told my team, the team I was just referencing to you, different discussion, but I'm like, look, you guys know my expectations for how we do things over here. You know, with some level of certainty, what I think is acceptable and what I clearly think is not. You do what you need to do. If something comes up and a decision needs to be made, if you know it's in line with what I generally would expect, do it. Don't wait for me. Don't come find me. Do it. And if it doesn't work out right, I will take the blame. I will take responsibility. The only time that you'll have a problem with me is when you clearly knew you stepped outside.
Yeah.
Now it's on you.
Yeah.
But up until that, I could think that you made the dumbest decision in the world. But it generally would. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense, though. I can see why they might have done it. It just wasn't the way I would want to do it. And my boss comes to me. Yes, sir, I gave them authorization to do that. I'll follow up and make sure we close any training gaps. And here's what I'm going to do to fix the situation. That's what we do, right? Where we have problems is when that breaks down and everybody passes the buck.
And Tracy,
my boss comes to me and I'm like, well, Tracy did it.
Yeah. Hey, Tracy, I'm going to help you out, and then we're going to get up out of here. That old thing about we going digital, let it go. We're so not. We've been going digital for the past decade. We're not going digital. As a matter of fact, just a
who faxes things anymore? Like, why do we need fax machines? For what?
People still fax.
Most faxes are built into your computer now, but yeah, I agree with you.
We're not going digital. The closest thing that we even came to fax machines and digital really is the fax of now will come into your email.
Yeah.
So it'll look like an email. It'll be a document that comes over your email. But again,
we still need some things on paper.
Yeah.
Like money.
Right there, Tracy.
Money's the only thing I can think of that can be on paper.
Banks are no longer doing digital anything. It has to go back to being paper because they can't secure digital information like they used to because it's just the bad guys won. So we're going back to paper.
I hadn't heard that, but
I wish I could tell you how I know, but just to let you know,
from a business standpoint, you can't have everything digital because digital is all X's and O's and zeros and ones, right? So if a file gets corrupted or you get a ransomware attack or something like that, you don't have anything to recreate your file. So certain things gotta have a hard copy.
And I can tell you exactly what a certain thing is. If it has a $sign on absolutely any part of that paper, it ain't digital.
Yeah, there's a copy somewhere.
As a matter of fact, I even put it to you this way. The digital thing that you see on the computer was from paper.
killing all these trees for no reason.
Well, I agree that we definitely kill too many trees, but that's also now here's where I think me and Susan will really be on the same page, and I'm gonna shut up here.
Yeah.
The first world countries, right? The ancient, the historical enslavers of the continent the globe. They are the ones who are able to go digital this, digital that, recycle this, recycle that, but have actively kept the rest of the world from catching up. So you can't blame all these countries for cutting down trees because technology-wise, they're just getting into the zone that we are leaving. And I blame European capitalism for that or Western capitalism, because it purposely kept these countries held back so everybody couldn't progress at the same rate. And now we're paying for it.
And I'm going to blame who I always blame. I'm blaming Trump.
As long as you don't blame Lindsey Graham, because he's a saint.
Boy, I'm so sleepy. I ain't even gonna say that.
I'm just like,
I'm so done. Tomorrow's show is gonna be on Ketanji Brown Jackson going to the Supreme Court. We're gonna do a little dive into the Russian-Ukraine situation. So that'll be our show tomorrow, which I tried not to go deep into today's show, but apparently, again, yes. So it is what it is. So that's the show for tomorrow. You can tell that I'm sleepy because I'm mumbling like an idiot. Ladies and gentlemen,
it's better because I won't bother you.
I know Theus will not be here tomorrow. So again, Theus will not be here tomorrow. I'm gonna miss him on these subjects because I'm pretty sure everything that I'm gonna say, he's gonna say the opposite, and that's no fun. It's no fun to everybody agree with me. So I don't like that.
Love you, Tracy. Mean it. I'm really excited for all the things that you're doing, and I look forward to seeing your race. Ooh, maybe mayor.
You can't be mayor. You can be on a city council.
We need her in a more visible position in city council.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, non-conforming individuals, that is our show for tonight. Tracy, please tell everybody where they can find you, which is basically everywhere.
Tracy Media LLC.com, my Patreon, my 4 soon to be 5 podcasts. That's where you can find me.
Theus?
It's complexsimpleman.com, and that's pretty much it.
So everybody, that is our show. To my panel right now, there is no after show. I am done. I am so done. I appreciate everybody coming out. I really do. I thank everybody for their help. We will see you next week. Hopefully, Tracy, I will see you tomorrow, where it's going to be a deep dive into idiocy of trying to be a Supreme Court judge, which shouldn't have been as hard as it was. So until next time, we'll see you when we see you. Peace. And I should have the music up, and I don't, because that's how tired I am. So goodbye.
Bye, everybody.
Good night.